I don't know what happened, but the screen's acting up today. Acting up, and then the mouse was acting up. What the hell? For some reason, this mouse doesn't want to connect. Hello, everybody. Hello. You know who I blame for this? Raven. Raven is who I blame. There we go. He is who I blame. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Canadian patent for method of using stem cells to treat non. That's a lot of words. Anyways, I keep telling you, no, it's still your fault. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know when it's the holidays and every day feels like it should be, like we should have like a week off, to just chill, lay around. Yeah. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. For years, I know Raven. uh, yeah. Now I need new headphones for meetings. So yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, JR. Good morning, Raven. Good morning, Define. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning. Good morning, Sandra. Cyber. Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, Rumton. Good morning, Frankie. Good to go. Good morning. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Daryl. Benjamin. Good morning. Good morning, A. Shaftman. Good morning, Vena. Keep cooking, please, Syria. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Sticky. Good morning, Jason. You better go and study, or go for a walk, or paper trade. Don't make me find you. Secured. Good morning, MD. Good morning, Bara. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning. La 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 la. Sounds good. Lizzie. Good morning. Workshop. Good morning. Sign. Good morning. Floyd. Good morning. Zilly. Good morning. Tommy. Good morning. T. Good morning. Good morning, Tony. Ayo, Tony. Good morning. Andy. Good morning. Peter. Good morning. Nancy. Good morning. Donovan. Good morning. Eisenberg. Good morning. Russ. Good morning. Shawnee. Good morning. Other Anthony. Yeah. Good morning. Alec. Good morning. I think I said Tiffany. Tiffany. Good morning. Mindful. Good morning. Garvey. Good morning. TV. Ayo, top of the morning to you as well. Bill. Good morning. Jericho. Good morning, Jericho. Sounds good. Are you ready? Chris. Good morning. Sunny. FTEL. Sounds good. Okay, the list of names this morning seems a bit suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Um, I think the number one name, easy, right? Easy. That's PLRZ, right? But even that looks a bit suspicious. Um, yeah. For now, the number one name is the easiest one to guess, right? And again, that's PLRZ. In terms of levels on this thing, there's a bit of support around 650 for now. Alrighty, so which it is kind of holding 650, 660, right? So closer to 660, right? Then there's a lot of resistance at $7.60. So the range is, not a small range. My only concern is we're approaching resistance going into the open. That's always, not exactly a positive thing. So that's what I mean by most of these names. No, 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 no. That's okay if your view up cap is closer to that price. That's okay. Mark, good morning, Mark. Good morning, good morning. I'm telling you, today better be a fat green day in the markets. Otherwise, I want to speak to the manager. Today has to be a big, big green day. Alrighty, Mark. So big green day. Otherwise, we're calling the manager. So again, PLRZ, like I said, it's a easy one of the names we're gonna be watching. In terms of like the other ones, FTEL doesn't look bad at all, right? I know Sunny's in this one. You can clearly see though, Sunny, that you have a little bit of resistance. As soon as you get closer to like 175 to 180, that little 5 cent range is a double top. It's the view up, it's the supply zone, right? So that area is gonna be interesting. That's what I mean. Somebody needs to give him a fat check, and say, "Hey, leave now." You know. Anyways, so again, you do have that FTEL resistance on the left hand side there, and then you have the VWAP right there too. So that level is going to be interesting going into the open, but it does look okay, right? We obviously talked about this name yesterday, and today it's up another 45%. So that's pretty impressive. Yeah. SGMO had a nice pop earlier, but then we could clearly see this double top right there, So clearly the double top of 5630-ish. So it is holding the 200. So we basically came back down to the same bottom, right? The 200 EMA, and we're trying to curl. So sure, it looks interesting, but it also looks suspicious, right? TAOP, this one's been running since last night, which is nice, right? Since last night, right? So beautiful run last night. The easy run was last night in this one. Beautiful, right? Easy money on this one last night. Why? Because it had that initial push, right? It had the initial news push, and then it had the dip, and then it had the beautiful breakout, right? Easy breakout. This breakout was so easy, even if anyways. I won't roast anybody this morning. But yeah, so easy breakout and then explosion. So and then a lot of resistance at 420 because everybody likes 420, right? Anyways, moving on. Now this morning though, we do have some support around $2.80, 280, 285 for now, and then a lots of resistance around 320, 325. So we'll keep an eye on this one as well if we can reclaim that 200 EMA. Good morning, Jonathan. Alrighty, so again, those are your two levels on this one. I would almost say that that's the number two stock, but again, FTEL also looks good, right? So I think those are top three for now, right? So PLRZ, TAOP, and FTEL. So whoever was asking for the top three stocks, cool. Let me take a look at the other one. This one was on the list earlier too. I just was looking at something else. Nico, yes, please. JSPR, right? So JSPR is looking really good. And then all of a sudden they did some suspicious things, so then I just stopped looking at it. Yeah, it broke below the view, I broke below the 9, broke below the chrono, broke below everything. So I'll keep it up going into the open, see if we can reclaim the view app. If not, then garbage. But yeah, cool. So FTEL looks good going into the open there. We'll keep an eye on that. Sunny is smiling a little bit there. Again, so that's one of the three we like. TAOP, another one that we do like, but it's still below that supply, double top and the 200 EMA, so it needs to reclaim 320, 325, like I mentioned earlier. And then PLRZ, right? So that thing needs to clear that downtrend here. So we're either going to need to dip closer to 650 at the open here once the market opens in 4 minutes, or we're just simply just going to need to start fighting for that for life at the resistance levels there. Alrighty. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Cool. Cool. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock going into the open? NIVF levels. The levels are trash, and trash. Um, Farah, right? That thing looks like absolute garbage for now. Your next level for support though, your next level, just because they've done a split, maybe there's something to see here going forward, right? Your next level for support is going to be between $1.50 and $1.40. So that little 10-cent range for NIVF If it can find a way to hold that level and start consolidating, okay, then cool, right? The reason I say trash is because look at this, right? This looks like absolute garbage, right? Garbage for now. Look at that, NIVF. But again, if at some point it consolidates for long enough, maybe there's an opportunity there. Cool. So again, I asked you guys for your favorite stocks, and most of you are looking at FTEL, right? FTEL, 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 and then PLRZ, right? So surprise? No, not really. So again, FTEL is going to be on the list. PLRZ is going to be on the list, and then we've always obviously mentioned a few other random stocks. Okay, let's see. Let me. Your entry is 171. Okay, sounds good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, FTEL is the better looking name going into the open, isn't it? Yeah, look at that thing pop. So yeah, that looks good. That looks good. There we go. That thing said, thanks guys. Thanks for believing in me. Right. Most of you in the chat were looking at this as your favorite stock, which is nice. Right. Most of you are looking at this. Why? Because it looks good. Right. So nice little push going into the open there. Let's hope we can keep pushing. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Do, 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 do. No, I think I need to. You know how we used to post like the favorite names going into the open and levels for entries and whatnot. In the HT Signal channel, I need to do that more often. I need to start doing that again. The only reason we don't do that is because sometimes we need to get to the open, guys. Like sometimes we really need to get to the open, and also it can be distracting sometimes when you have a list of names and levels. I know, Rob. I know, right? So I would do that, and then sometimes we get to the open and then it's like, hey, I really don't like any of these stocks anymore, which is fair, right? Sometimes we need to get to that open and see what's behaving like 5 minutes after the open, 10 minutes after the open, and then sometimes it's a complete different list. And then some people sit on the same names all day long, which I don't want, right? It should be based on performance. And also sometimes like you get spikes immediately at the open or dips, and sometimes people just buy because we're getting to support. I'm like, no, that's not what you do. So sometimes I want to post these things. Yeah, that kind of happened yesterday. Yeah, right. Like sometimes we just need to wait that 5 minutes and say, hey, you know what, like this is it. Anyways, the market is open, guys, right? So again, FTEL we like, obviously. Let's see if we can break above the supply zone and close above it, and then go from there. Like we were just saying, you buy resistant. That's what I mean, Rob. Right? So sometimes I want to post these levels and everything coming into the open in the Signal channel, but sometimes people behave sillily and then kind of ruins it. So again, PLRZ, we still like this one, obviously, right? So this was number one, right? With FTEL coming in there next. So for now, this happens every day, right? The market opens, you get nice volatility candles, right? And then the real levels start to show up, right? For example, look at that. PLRZ was just at $7.30. All of a sudden, it's at $6.80, right? This is just typical volatility at the open. And if you're not sure what you're doing, you really don't want to be making those decisions at the open. FTEL, on the other hand, though, is saying, hey, 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 guys, what's up? So nice little push. That was a good break above the view out there. Very, very good break. I still think we need to dip and get a higher low though. We need that dip and a higher low before we feel confidence. PLRZ is still holding that demand zone. This one also needs to break out, right? TOAP guys, nothing to see here, right? We needed to break above that 325 ish level for some confidence. For now though, let's see what happens in the demand zone, and then go from there. There are a whole bunch of stocks popping like CYPH, NUKK, right? Again, it's just a typical open. NIVF is still trash. FTEL is looking for levels there. SGMO, super weak. JSPR is still looking for levels as well. So let's see if that thing can break above $2.30. And yeah, so nothing's really changed there. We have two favorite stocks, and those two stocks are still FTEL and PLRZ. So hopefully one of those two names can give us the breakout. Good morning, KB. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, PLRZ. We need some boomskis. Make it happen, Ajoya. Make it happen. Oh, okay. It says for Ajoya, I make it happen. Those candles are super volatile still, though. Still really early. Yeah, those candles are going from like 720 to 730 to $7. 730 to $7. You can tell we want to push here though. But again, we're still in that supply zone and it's really not a breakout. So that becomes a little bit starting my algos. Let's go. So those candles are like, look at that. Look at those wicks on those candles. Something needs to break, right? It's nice that it is breaking the downtrend though. That's always a positive, right? That candle broke the downtrend, closed above the downtrend. So PLRZ should be getting ready to go cook, right? But again, that supply zone is a problem right where it's sitting at, and those candles all seem to be stalling there, right? So we just seem to be going back and forth in that range for now. PLRZ, like I said, this one needed to retest. It needs to come back down, right? So those were really nice green candles coming into the open. It's not going to hold that without a dip. So now we're dipping here. In terms of support, watch for closer to $1.75 to $1.70. So that little 5 cent range that we can consolidate and crawl there for FTEL, that would be good, right? So 175 to 170 to $1.70 there, right? Again, like I said, PLRZ is doing a good job of like holding breaking the downtrend and holding that line. The question is, does it have the juice? Right? Does it have the juice? Does it have the juice? Hopefully, it has the juice. We need something to have the juice. Come on now. Look at that. That 730 is like, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. The good thing though is that nothing's really taking away the momentum yet from these two names, right? FTEL, right? Still looks good. So we are holding the bottom of the range there for FTEL, and then PLRZ is still holding the downtrend line. If that thing breaks below, then it's super weakness, right? That supply zone is a problem. Alrighty, and then here goes FTEL. FTEL's like, don't worry, guys, I got you. Don't worry, don't worry. 188, 189, 190. Don't worry, guys, I got you. So that last high was closer to $1.90, $1.92 there. So see if we can create a brand new high. Alrighty. Yeah, JSPR. It is. It just needs to break out. No breakouts yet. So $2.30, 2.35. If it can break above that level, then yeah, potentially Peter. Mayhem. Good morning. Smurf. Good morning. Good morning. And PLRZ is still going back and forth here, guys. Look at those wicks. They're all in the same spot, right? Like something needs to give. Breakdown or breakup, right? So we'll see. Bitcoin looks nice, right? Needs to get back above $90,000 at the very least, because that drop the other day was just silly, but for no reason, right? JSPR is looking like it wants to go back up and test that view up now, which is good. So it is the other high volume name, PLRZ. Yeah, that thing. The longer we sit there without actually breaking out, then the more annoyed people get. So yeah. See, do you see why I said like this morning looked a bit suspicious? It just felt suspicious. And sometimes when it's like that, you really need to give these things time to find the levels, and then go from there. FTEL looks like the better name for now, right? But the other stupid name is still in the same range. Like, look at that. It's not like we're dying, right? We're just going down and then going up and then coming down to the same stupid spot. But yeah, and then JSPR is looking like it wants to test. Where's the volume? Show us the volume. There we go. Okay. 235. 236. 237. It's a nice little pop. Um, what time zone? The mountain one. The mountain one. Yeah, like PLRZ. Look at that, right? We're still at $7, right? And then FTEL is double topping basically at that last high, so no breakout there. And NUKK with a bit of a pop as well, and then JSPR needs to break above and actually close above the view app, and then maybe that thing can steal the show. Steal the show. We need something to steal the show. NUKK with another pop there, pushing above 140. SBEF, you did, Sonny? Matt, are you still in your SBEF position? Oh yeah, I missed a super chat from Thomas. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Thomas says, can you check why I think you refer why DKG? Okay, sure, I can take a look. Yeah. You guys, yeah. So NIVF is still trash, by the way, for if you're wondering. Just in case you're wondering, it's still trash, right? They just look like trash. YDKG. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. I think you're in at 185. Good jobs. Thomas is at it again, guys. Buying the whole float. The volume is pretty low. That's why you don't see it on the scanners, right? This is another one of those low float ones, Thomas. Yeah. Another one of those low float ones. Again, the volume is so light. That's why it's moving like this so slowly. So slow, right? So 240,000 shares. Like it seems like a lot at the open, but it's not a lot, right? So you can see how slow the stock is and how like big the spread is. You do have a really good entry though, Thomas. So good job. Alrighty. Um, at the very least, stay above $2. Don't let it go below $2. Alrighty. So at the very least, stay above $2. Cool. Good job, man. Good job, some. Yeah, you see why we couldn't just close the position though, right, Thomas? There goes FTEL, guys. Brand new highs of the day. Someone asked about Fly earlier today. It's halted down, by the way. So FTEL looks good. PLRZ, just too much stalling at the top there, right? So we mentioned to watch 650. Watch 650. See if it consolidates. If it doesn't, garbage, right? So, and then FTEL is still looking okay. Yeah. Type yes in the chat if you're holding FTEL. F telephone. Yeah. So that dip closer to 180, 175, 170, 175. Not a bad dip, huh? Right? And immediately a pop. Yeah. There it goes. Here comes $2. You sold at 195. Good jobs. Yeah. $2 supply test. There it is. $2 resistance test. So if you look to the left, you're going to see where that $2 is coming from. Alrighty. The high isn't exactly $2, but the fill is $2. Right. So the double top, if you're looking for the exact double top, maybe 204, but the reason we're failing is because we can't close above $2. So if it can close above $2, then the next push begins. 181, Mitch, green. So again, you can see how we're failing. Again, if you look to the left in pre-market, guys, right, you can see this double top in pre-market, right? We failed at $2 and then went to the abyss. Not really the abyss, but $1.50. That's a pretty big dip. So now we're back to retesting that same resistance again for FTEL. So that level is going to be a problem, and you can see that people are selling already, right? Yeah. PLRZ is killing you. What's your entry on PLRZ, right? Because again, this one really hasn't given us anything at the open here, right? So no breakouts yet, right? Especially sitting right in that supply zone and stalling like that, no breakouts. What's your entry for this one? And you most likely don't have a stop loss if it's killing you, right? Really important, really important. Really, stop losses are stupid, but really, stupidly important. Anyways, let me know where your position is. Good job, Mohammed. Good job. Good jobs. Here comes another test of $2. Maybe the third time is the charm, guys. Third time the charm. Third time the charm, $2. Yeah. Your stop loss kicked. What did you put your stop loss at, KB? Yep. Spikes? Exactly. Exactly. SBEV is doing great. Yeah. No, we had I had a one-on-one yesterday with Matt, and he was in SBEV, and then the question was, do I sell it or do I keep it? Right. So, because sometimes when we do one-on-ones, we analyze those positions, right? And the reason why we decided not to sell that position is just because of the way the daily chart looked, right? So when you look at the daily chart for SBEV, I think what we said was, look at the daily candles. They're creating higher lows and higher lows, right? They're slowly stepping up. So, and then resistance, and you can see the resistance right there, right? Your next resistance. So that was a nice push today on that thing. So, but you could see the little vibes building there. Nice pop, nice pop, and that was a nice pop. That was an even better pop in pre-market, right? PLRZ just spiked, guys. That thing said, "Excuse me, so whoever was it was killing Buriam. If this stock was killing you, you should not. You should be back to life now. It's halted up. Again, these candles make no sense right now. They make absolutely no sense, right? That's just the market open. This is why we give these stocks time at the open to be stupid and behave. Yeah, yeah. Offline, what happened? Did your stop loss hit? That's like your favorite scalp this morning, Sid. Yeah. No, again, FTEL guys, you can see that resistance, right? This is not a surprise. Yeah. So when you see it stalling like that at a triple top, you consider locking in some of the profits at least, right? It's not like that was a surprise at $2 there. No, there's a lot of resistance there. BQ again. BQ is always up and running, always. Yeah. Bellin is your name? Okay. I don't know. The names are hard to pronounce sometimes, especially with the hashtags and everything, you know? Like look at FTEL guys, right? If you took your profits in FTEL, type yes in the chat. If you took your gains in FTEL, type yes in the chat. Let's see these criminals. Yeah, look at the criminals that sold at $2. And I'm sending you guys high fives, high fives, high fives, high fives, right? Sometimes when you look at a chart and you're like, okay, I know I really want $10. If I get to $100, like imagine the Lambo we could buy. You know, when you see that and it's resistance. The problem isn't that it's resistance. The problem is you get to resistance and it's stalling at resistance, and you're sitting there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, four, and there's a problem, and you're sitting there and watching it. Right? You have to make that decision. So. Again, same support, closer to 170, 175. Let's see if we stay above that. Alrighty. There was only 20 cents from entry to resistance. Yes, that's completely okay though, right? For a penny stock like this, that's okay. And I think too that's what some people like don't understand. And sometimes you will have the best entry in the market, and it's stupid. I completely agree with that. Your job in the market is to find a good entry, have a good stop loss, and then take whatever the stock gives you, right? The days you're gonna be in a stock and you're like, damn, this stock is flying. I'm up $1. The days you're gonna be in a stock and it's up 3 cents and you're like, this doesn't look good at all, right? Like it, yeah, yeah, that's 8 to 10%, right? So like that is not bad at all. Thank you for doing the math, Becker. Thank you. Right. So regardless of the eight to 10%, like number, like sometimes you're gonna be in there and it's gonna be 1%, and you're gonna tell like, hey, this is a problem, right? Like I'm still at even, it's stalling, and the key to success for me is someone that's in a trade and realizes that, hey, like this isn't enough, right? But I need to get out of this. Sometimes you're in a trade and you break even and you're like, this seems way too sus, right? That's the difference. That's the difference sometimes between success and just greed and someone that struggles in the market, right? It's your like in-game analysis. It's like you're at practice and then you get into the game and then the coach said, hey, do this and this and this, but then you get into the game and the other team is doing something different and you have to adapt, right? Those are the players that do really well. So when you're in a position, sometimes you're like, this one's easy. For me, this one's easy, right? This one's like, hey, there's resistance there, clearly, right? There's clearly resistance right there. Pretty easy, right? It's already failed at this level on the left hand side. Pretty easy, right? 3 times. So pretty easy. But sometimes when you're in the position and it's not working, you have to be, so. And now we're dipping without stalling, or without consolidation. Right? So we're just dipping there. So watch the 200 EMA. PLRZ is still halted up, guys. So we'll see what happens on the on halt. SBF is looking nice, right? So congratulations to those of you playing with this. Again, Matt, good job. Yeah, yeah. I'll take 3 cents all day. Base hits can add up. Yeah, seriously, man. Seriously, right? Because I've had conversations with people that are like, hey, I was in this stock, I was up 5 cents, it wasn't good enough, right? So I kept it, and then next thing you know, I was down $1, right? But then you could see the stock failing right at the resistance for like 30 minutes, just sitting there. It's like, okay, what did you think was gonna happen? TAOP, that looks like garbage. Why? Because we can never break out, right? No breakout, no juice. FTEL, let's see what happens at 200 EMA there. JSPR, just no juice, right? And then let's see what happens with PLRZ here with the on halts. The whole bunch of stocks just moving like crackheads. ABTC is halted up. Do I think it's still a gamble? Yeah, because it's halted. Let's see what it unhalts at. Also, was basically back to the same stupid level, Carlos. Right, was just back to the same stupid level here that we were failing at. If you look to the left hand side, look at all those candles, right? So nothing's really changed here. Nothing's changed. Ooh, look at BTC, guys. BTC looks nice. Let's get back above 90K. Let's get back above 90K. That was a nice daily double bottom, actually. Dipping to 80 to the 80s, the low 80s there. That was nice. Spy looks like they need Jesus. Yeah, BTC looks better. And then FTEL needs to consolidate at that 200 EMA and curl. If not, it's gonna be dead. Yeah. Give us a 10% green day today, Rob. 10%. Get us to 93. BYND. Yeah, BYND had a good day yesterday. Beyond fake meat. Beyond fake meat. Okay. So still halted. FTEL is really trying to hold that 170, that 200 EMA there, guys. Trying to. So let's hope we can stay above that level. We need a consistent stonk today. Good morning, Mr. Nice Guy. You're in FTEL at 170. Okay, sounds good. You're green on that position for now. 176. Green on that position for now. Okay. 178. So again, it's only 8 cents, but it's green. With the much needed run. Yeah. Better keep running. We need the Santa rally. Just a reminder that the TradingView Cyber Monday deal ends in 17 hours. So lots of time. But 17 hours though. There you go. You're in. Have you been holding that for a long time then? Yeah. You most likely swung this then, Duck Hunter. Yeah, PLRZ is another common name, so again, I can see you swinging that. Don't leave out Fly. Fly is halting like a crackhead, so that thing has work to do. Yup. Come on now, give us the on halt. Yeah, they need to let it. They need to let it on halt because they chose the longer halt. Yeah, as soon as you saw the jump, nice. I like it. Yeah, some of these other names again, the levels are not quite clear, right? So again, FTEL is holding that 170 for now, but we really need a proper curl here. Um, we need some stocks that are actually behaving this morning. ABTC is back to trading. Let me pull that up. ABTC. You know what? I'm gonna. Looks like TAOP is slowly curling up the bottom here too. JSPR. Yeah, that one's sitting in that demand zone, so $2. Not sure what that thing's gonna. There it goes, guys. There goes the on halt. There goes PLRZ. Right. So this is what we expected earlier today. This is what we expected earlier today. The stock just had to be annoying, because why not, right? Because why not? There it goes. So a high of $8.36, guys. Sheesh. My goodness. Good job, Dog Hunter. Good job. Sheesh. Goodness gracious. That thing said hello. You guys needed something? Here I am. I'm the one they've been looking for. And so, let's go, Tony. Good jobs. So this is difficult for people to play with though, just because of the massive explosions and the levels like that. You almost had to FOMO as soon as that candle turned around and broke back above the downtrend. But if you're not in a position now, you're almost having to be patient and wait for a dip and hope that we can consolidate and curl again, right? So, but at least something's moving. You think you're done for the day? You made more than 100%. I think you should be done for the day. Yeah. Um, Belen, make sure you pay yourself on the way up though, right? Because this thing was killing you. You said it was killing you, right? At $6.50. Well, now it's $8. So make sure you don't go diamond hand. At the very least, move that stop loss because you should be nice and green. Especially above this $8 pre-market high. So these candles need to start closing above $8 here. Close above $8, then we can look for a push to 10. Alrighty, so pre-market high test. Pre-market high test. Okay. So again, your resistance is 8. Roberto, good jobs. If you made money in PLRZ, type yes in the chat. If you made monies in PLRZ, type yes in the chat. Yeah, a lot of you guys took that gamble closer to that 650 retest, right? The double bottom there. Yeah, a lot of you guys took gambles off that level there. Rob definitely took a gamble off that level. Right? Because he's a criminal. Good job, Tony. Jason, well done. Good job, Nancy. Yeah, Sid has been scalping this up and down like a maniac. Good job, everybody. Good job, good job, good job. So again, your resistance here would be that $8. So those candles need to close above $8. Close above the 8. And then we can go from there. $8 resistance. I want to be a member. What can I do? If you want to be a member, you have to join us. You have to become a member on YouTube first, and then you can join us in Discord. So, Day, for Joanne, click that link at the bottom of the chat there. Yeah, click that link at the bottom of the chat, Joanne, and sign up for the level that says Legend or Legend Pro, and then you get the link to join us in Discord. Alrighty, click the links. So Marty says you got in at 631. Good job. $169. Good job, Marty. Well done. Well done. Lewis, what's your position in BQ? What is your position in BQ? And that last candle closed above $8 there. So let's see what this candle can do. Okay, and you can see that we're still stalling that supply zone though, right? So a lot of you guys are selling. Yeah, Matt just scalped it like a criminal. So if a lot of people are selling and it's resistance, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna stall at the very least, right? And if people keep selling, then we're gonna retest. So a lot of people are taking the gains around $8 then. BQ, okay. Let's take a look at BQ and then I'll take a look at ABTC. Your entry is 65. Okay. Yeah, I don't like your entry that much. Your entry is a bit suspicious. You most likely FOMO'd on the way up. Unless you've been holding this for a few days, the only other way you got into this is by jumping in right there on the way up, right? Which is not exactly what you should be doing. Yeah, offer entry. Yeah, it really is not that good, right? The good thing here though is that you're only down like 2 cents, 3 cents. So if you're really, really concerned about that entry, you could always, like the spread is not amazing, but the closer we get to break even, you could always consider taking your monies off the table. You're down one, you're break even now, right? So the good thing is that you're not that far off, right? So if you're concerned about it, you could always lock in your monies for break even. For now though, if you're gonna stay in this, try and stay above $2.40. Ready? BQ has a history of doing some crazy crazy things, like crazy things, right? Crazy things. So let's hope this is one of those times because now you're up 5 cents, right? So almost $2.70 there. $2.70, not bad. Okay, so we're still kind of stalling at $8 here, guys. A lot of profit taking going on. How do you determine when you enter a position? I hear things. Move your stop loss. Mike, that's a long conversation. That's a really really long conversation. Um, right the simple, like, two simple things to look at the open. You're looking for breakouts, right? So you're looking for the ones that are actually breaking out. Why? Because the breakouts will bring more momentum, right? So when we get to the open, the confusion at the open is, okay, everybody's looking around and saying, hey, which one, right? And we kind of usually pick 2 3 stocks, right? People are looking for breakouts on those. So because the one that breaks out tends to get the attention, right? Because everybody's like, oh yay, vibes, attention, hype, right? Look at BQ just had a nice pop then. So you should be happy now, Lewis. Right? 290 is your next resistance. Alrighty? 290. And then the other thing would be simply just selling off and consolidating, right? When you're looking for stuff at the open. So the really two main things you're looking for at any given point, all right, for a good entry, right? At any given point, right? So, and it always goes back to support and resistance, right? Are we at support? Are we at resistance? Right? Okay, we're at resistance. Are we breaking resistance? Okay, we're at support. Are we holding support? Right? So those are really the two main things. There's a lot more that goes into that, Mike, but those are that's really the basis of it, right? And again, for PLRZ, guys, there's a lot of selling going on at $8. So what do you expect, right? If we're selling at $8, well, T-Rex. Expect other people to be selling too. Surprise, surprise, Matt. Oh, maybe it's a surprise, isn't it? No, right? So you can see the stalling. It's like reading a book, right? You're reading a book, and the book gets to the red zone and resistance, and $8 is resistance, and you can see it's stalling there, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, I so surprised. You know what's interesting? I think FTEL and PLRZ almost moved like inverse, almost inverse, right? When FTEL goes down, the other one goes up. Now FTEL is going up and the other one's going down, right? So this is not a surprise, is it? No, you can clearly see the T-Rex. And Bitcoin is looking nice. SPY is coming back to life a little bit, which is good. And then BTC again. Hopefully we've had our one, scammy day, and now it's time for the markets to cook. It's December, isn't it? December is time to cook. Cook the recipe. Cook. And again, so BQ, just be aware of a potential double top here, especially since it kind of looks like we're stalling a little bit there. So just be aware of that, please. Alrighty. Yeah, same machine. Yeah. So they're just reversing a KB. Okay, there we go. So again, just be aware of that double top. SBEV is still, at that resistance there, so it does need to break out. And then, yeah, yeah, December. Maybe Bitcoin can get back above 100K. It's not going to be a scam anymore. You're up 30%. Let's go, Spike. Let's go. So it looks like that double top. Matt, are you surprised? Maybe just a little bit, right? So 290 resistance here on this one. In terms of like support, we could almost move this line, and I think we should. Why? Because you could see if you look to the left, right? If you look to the left, what do you see? Right? You see this market open stall there. So this would be the level that PLRZ needs to hold, right? So $7.30, PLRZ. Coney's doing a split. Yeah, a lot of those names are doing splits. Um, a lot of them are doing splits. Lots of them are doing splits, which is stupid. But that's how those things operate, because they take the value out of the stock, which is silly. Um, sure, we can take a look. Oh wow, Bitcoin is really flying there. Damn. Is that good or bad? Um, it's like same, same. Definitely not a so what a split so what I can say though, like a split is not a good thing in the sense that it tells you that the stock hasn't been performing, right? So usually when you do a split, the stock just continues to bleed, but it's not that simple when it comes to BTC related names, right? Coinbase, right? BTC, that's a nice pump. Yeah, Joel, yeah, seriously. Sheesh. Yeah, exactly, 10K to go, Ajoya. That's a nice rally though. This is what we asked for this morning. But let's get back to 100K. Anyways, looks like PLRZ said, you know what, screw that bottom level. Screw that level. Slap and halt it down. You know? I think we kind of knew this morning that hey, today was gonna be a bit of a sus day. So you want to make sure you're scalping and setting stop losses and getting the hell out. SBF is still creeping up there. Still creeping up. Did you hit your daily goal, Ahmad? Did you hit your daily goal? Um, yeah. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time of the year, Mark. We better no more red days. We need booms. We need boom skis, non-stop. It's December after all, right? December market cycle. Yeah, yeah. There is a bit of a dip in that December, seasonality chart, but we also hit highs in December. So I don't think Bitcoin's going to see highs this year, but um, yeah, not to 126. Spy. This is a seasonality spy chart. So, and we're not that far away from highs for spy. So that's pretty easy if it wants to go. BQ is looking like it wants to break above that resistance. Bilal, send it. Send it to $3. Yeah. Send it. There goes 305, Bilal. Bilal sending it. Send it more, Bilal. Bilal says, don't worry, I got you. Damn, okay. Okay. Good job. It's a nice little pop. Again, still a sus play though, isn't it? Right? The volatility in and out. Yeah, it's about time that thing did something good. Jericho. You need to go to the office and say, hey, can you fire the CEO because he's pretty useless. Because he's pretty useless. Yeah. Did you cook it, Bilal? Eddie, I'm glad I decided to sit in your hands today. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Again, I think we knew right away from the open, AO Robs. We knew right away from the open that today would be a bit suspicious, right? So even the scalps you're getting, you're having to play them really quickly. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So as long as you're not greedy, you're okay. You know, even FTEL, right? Like I said earlier, like FTEL goes from 170 to 178, and it's testing resistance. It's only 8 cents, but you can't be greedy with that. Not today. Is SPY hitting? Yeah, SPY is also kind of testing highs, but we need SPY to do a lot better. A lot better. Follow the lead of Bitcoin, SPY. Go boomskis. So if you bought those BTC dips, you're happy. Jericho, did you buy dips? Do, 89. Send it to all-time highs, please. No more dips. Yeah. Yesterday was your last dip. I would almost think so though. Like, what's the point of going from 80 to 93, back to 80, back to the 90s again, and then back down to 80? What would be the point of that? To really piss people off. That would be the only point. Piss people off and turn everybody away from crypto. Other than that, if not, I think we've hit the bottom and it's time to get cooking. Time to start pumping rubbish. You have a buy order at 75. I hope you don't see it. I hope you don't see it. Yeah, no, BQ was a nice dip and a nice curl there. And then the explosive breakout. That would have been a nice breakout play for you though, Bilal. Above 290, above 290. A nice quick scalpy to 325 ish. Yeah. 325. So here comes a bit of a retest. And then SBEV is failing at the VWAP there. Matt, are you still in the chat? I think I don't know if you responded. I might have missed your response. Might have missed. I'm just trying to make sure you're not over trading. Is all. Yeah. What dip? This dip. This retest. 325 back to retesting 290. Why is everything failing? Everything looks yeah. You're not in a position, Frank? Okay. Let me take a look. ABTC. American Bitcoin. Well, I mean, Bitcoin's running and it's red, right? Bitcoin is pumping and it's red. So that kind of tells you, that kind of tells you, a bit of a story, right? So that's not a good thing. If you call yourself America's Bitcoin and Bitcoin's cooking, you better be cooking. But now though, the good thing here is that if you take a position on that play, you know exactly where the stop loss should go, and it should be easy, right? You can see the curl for America's Bitcoin, right? Like if you take a gamble closer to the bottom there, you just have to put a stop loss below. So then you're risking 10 cents. Now we're bouncing off that level already. So someone was waiting for us to, pull it up so they can pump it up right away. But again, so that support seems to be at $1.80. So if any of these candles close below $1.80, you want to get rid of it, right? So maybe it's just a delayed thing. Maybe eventually it's gonna catch up. There's something going on here though. If it's down 45% today of all days when Bitcoin's pumping, they've definitely said something. Um, and before you get in, you maybe want to look into that. Yep. Yep, exactly, Rob. Exactly. Isn't that crazy though? Sheesh. Can you imagine? $1 and sheesh. Uh, attack on crypto, the banking concerns. Hmm. So this is really a thing that's going around. And to some degree this is true, right? Not that it's Biden, just that someone's doing it, right? Someone did that because someone wanted to cause problems or buy dips, right? So but the way the stock got entered is crazy. Well, hopefully they do a share buyback or something. BTC is looking hot though, looking hot, hot, hot. Sheesh. BQ came back for a retest of that last breakout and then pushing for those highs again. Damn, it's a nice push. Putin says if Europe wants to fight war, we are ready now. European demands are not acceptable to Russia. Ah, you feel like some of these dudes don't want to end this war. You know. Okay, sounds good. Matt, are you done for the day though? You done for the day? Matt is someone that is you know, Matt's gonna be one of those stories that they've gone through a lot of chaos and struggle, but they're also very stubborn, right? Because they've been trading for a long time. Sometimes when you're like in a position in life where like you've taken up trading and you feel like you don't have a different option, right? There are a lot of people in that position. So then the emotions of all of that very very heavy on you, right? You need to pay bills and blah blah blah, right? So Matt's been struggling with that, right? So we've had a lot of one-on-ones where it's just me yelling at him, just me yelling at him, telling him to do better because he doesn't listen. He's very stubborn, right? So he's come a long way, right? And he's been doing really, really good, right? So, but he doesn't quite see that, because there's a lot more on the line, right? So, like you're clouded, right? But then like he's finally starting to finally, and like I completely understand it's hard, guys. Like it's really difficult when you understand that, hey, like this is my new job and I need to pay my bills. I need to make $500 a day, $1,000 a day. I say that because his goals are lofty, so that adds another layer of like emotion, right? Um, so then he wasn't listening because he would see everything pumping and just try and FOMO into that. Um, so we've had a lot of conversations. He's like me, yeah. We've had a lot of conversations, a lot of one-on-ones, and it's just constant like reminder, hey, like this is what you need to do, a lot of notes, a lot of hey, you need to send me every single trade you need to send it to me so I can see how stupid you're being, right? So like it's just one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And yeah, Ahmad's been doing better, right? A lot better. I mean, so look at that, 3 times a daily goal today, right? When I say 3 times a daily goal, it's his goals are bigger. So then the number is nice. So the reason I keep asking on stream is because it's because I want him to walk away because he has a hard time walking away. Like 3 times a daily goal, he's like, hey, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. And then his wife is like, okay, you sat on the computer all day. What are you doing? So leave the damn streamer, Matt, or go paper trade. Go have breakfast, and then come back. Ready? Or cut the position sizing way down and keep trading, right? But then the position sizing needs to be way way less. And if you do lose, you don't lose more than one of the 3x, right? Absolutely, Rob. Absolutely. So love it, right? It's nice to see progress like that, you know. Yeah. So just a little bit of context too, right? And Matt again. I'll just leave it there. We'll yeah. I know you can paper trade then if you need to. right? If you can paper trade if you need to, or again reduce that position sizing, I don't mind. Just don't go risking, a whole lot. Also, if you diamond hand, I will slap the rubbish out of you and call your wife. Okay. So BQ with some nice little pops there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, ABTC is curling nicely, isn't it? That's actually not too bad, right? So that gamble at the bottom there, did anybody take the gamble off the bottom? ABTC, it's not bad, huh? Yeah, yeah, Greg. It's a process, though. It's a process. Matt has been a gold member for what is it, 3 months now, right? And 2 months of was him doing stupid stuff and like just figuring it out. And then this month, it's progression. Um, yeah, yeah. That's Greg. That's a bad trade. That's a very bad trade. Um, and we'll talk about it. Alrighty. That's not a good trade at all. But again, that's what I mean, right? It's just one step at a time to learn, right? 186, Megan. That's actually really nice. 190, Desmond. Yeah, not bad. A little bit of resistance at 220 though. Alrighty, so right there, the 50 EMA, 220 resistance, between the VU up and the 50. So, and then obviously it's a psychological level. Yeah. Jason, absolutely. Set a good stop loss. At least leave green. Good, 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 good. Yeah. Nope. Again, just keep taking screenshots of those trades, and we will analyze them and learn from there, Greg. Alrighty. Just keep taking those screenshots. I will say though, Greg, if you ask me like 10 questions, I tend to, like, yeah, those screenshots are perfect, so we can look at them already. Perfect, 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 perfect. Um, yeah. Yeah, when you ask me a whole bunch of questions though, especially like close to the market open like that, I tend not to answer those questions because I can't. I just can't. Right? I'm focused on trades and getting on stream and blah blah blah. Um, yeah. So then I don't answer those questions, and later in the day, I've already forgotten about those questions. You know. So the over the weekend is like the best time to ask me questions. Best time because I'm either doing one-on-ones or like I'm watching soccer and then I'm just responding to messages, right? But somehow people love sending me messages like like 5 minutes before I get on stream, like that's the perfect time. Or like even 30 minutes before the stream, uh, you know. If it's a simple question, that's fine. But if it's a long question, I'm gonna save it for the rest for later in the day. Yeah. Madrid in city, pizza. But just a general soccer fan though. Like I watch all the games, like Liverpool and Arsenal, and yeah, yeah. Uh, Madrid and United, yeah, because of CR7, huh? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Frenemies, yeah. Aleti verse. Oh wow, that's gonna be a good game. A good game. Okay, so it looks like we felt Rob. You got into this one. That's not a bad gamble, right? Being down so much, that's not a bad gamble at all. PLRZ, maybe we stay above the 200 EMA here, hopefully. But I kind of think that's your last hope, right? With the way the way this is so volatile like that, it needs to stay above the 200 EMA. And that's crazy volatility. BQ, like everything just seems extremely volatile, doesn't it, guys? Right? Extremely volatile, like up, down, up, down. So you're having to like just scalp and leave. Because if you stay too long, you could be standing under the bridge with your underwear in one hand. Do I play? I do, Rumton. Yeah, 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 yeah. We play for. I think this year we do like $100 a person times 20 people. So it's a nice price, isn't it? Yeah. I'm currently in second place. Yeah. So I'm cooking, Rumton. Next year, join us for fantasy though. It should be fun. It's always fun. No, 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 no. Andrew, you've given up. Um, what a show off. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? This game week, my team looks like trash does. So I'm kind of struggling. I don't know what to do with it. Anyways, next season, Bilal, you should. Yeah, fantasy is a lot of fun. And, under the bridge, on the way in one had no idea how you got there. Yeah, exactly, exactly. The same $100 league, but and two, so you can promote. Oh wow, that's cool, Rumteen. That's very cool. Yeah, we do both as well. So we do head to head, and then the classic. So most points, and then also most wins. So then the fighting begins. It's fun. It's only Premier League teams, yeah. Fantasy Premier League. So it looks like PLRZ is holding $6 for now, guys. I'm really hoping that something shows up at some point that's consistent. You know, less of the massive up and downs and more consistency, because this is a little bit pre-market was nicer, and then the market open, if you played with FTEL at the open, right, you were happy with it until we hit resistance. If you played with PLRZ, if you took a gamble or you took a breakout, you were happy until it stalled, right? So it's not that it's a horrible day, it's just we're not getting anything that's consistently holding those gains. Everything seems like it's a pump and dump for right now, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is, right? Even BQ had a nice pop, it had a dip, had a curl, and then boom skis, right? Like there are good names. There's just no consistent names. BQ, watch for support closer to 290 again, right? At some point it goes crazy, exactly, Ajoya. That's how it always is. Like we're annoyed, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here we go. The stock is flying. I do, SV, I do. I do. So maybe you can help me. Yeah, you and Rumteen. Um, I have I have yeah. Maybe I take a picture of my team, and then I show you guys, so you can tell me what to do with it. Alrighty, deal, deal. La 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 la. Yeah. So we need something to take off. A question for you guys in the chat. Not that we usually ask this question at this time. What's your favorite stock right now? And like now, what's your favorite stock? What is your favorite stock? BQ. Yeah. No, BQ doesn't look bad at all. I think we just need BQ to retest, that 290 and actually stay above 290 and then curl. Yeah. So here comes that 290 test, right? The question is, can it consolidate? If it can, that's good. Eyes for SPY. Yeah, SPY needs to keep pumping there. Rob, we need at least 1% green day today. 1% green day. 1% green day. Uh, no. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, BTC. So it looks like we're still holding $2 here, $6 here for PLRZ. BQ is testing that level. No consolidation yet, guys, at that 290. So it does need to start consolidating and curling. FTEL has just been super weak, right? But you can see that there's a bit of a double bottom there at above 150. It would be better though if we reclaim that 170 and stayed above 170. So again, there are names that look okay. We just need something that's a bit more consistent. YDKG, someone mentioned that earlier, right? YDKG. That was Thomas. Thomas, are you still in that position? All right. It had that resistance when we mentioned it, and then it dipped, and then it found a double bottom, triple bottom, and then popped again. So YDKG with a nice little bounce there. Yeah, Thomas, good jobs. Yeah, you still in this? Yeah. Okay, nice. So you're still green on that position then. Mm-hmm. 185. Yeah. No, your entry is really good. Really, really good. Yep. No, FTEL is trying there, but I think just yeah, it's really trying, right? So now we're back above 170. So let's see if we can actually get above that and have a few candles above that 200 EMA and then push for 180. So good bottom though, good consolidation at the bottom, right? So if you bought the consolidation, this is why we say wait for consolidation, guys. Like it's really important, right? You can see the candles consolidating at the double bottom in the demand zone, right? So look at that. So if you're gonna take those gambles at like don't catch the knife on the way down, right? Like it's dropping like a rock. Don't catch the knife down like that. What are you doing, right? Let it find its own base. It's like, hey, I'm just sitting here, just chilling like a villain in the green zone, right? Then you could take a shot at it, you know. So stop chasing the knives. Cool. Stop chasing the knives. Do, 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 do. $2? No, I think for now your price target is 174. Break above the double top and then it's 180. Right. So it's gonna be based on the performance rather than like Mitch. Right. So the reason I say that is because look at the left, right? Look at the left hand side, right? When we were bouncing last time from that same bottom, where did we fail? Right there. So this level is a problem, right? And look at that. The exact same thing just happened, right? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So again, it's never just based on the price target. It's based on performance. Like, what is it doing on the way up like that? So that level is a problem, right? So the green zone is nice. The red zone not so nice. That's why we have these red and green zones, right? Green zone good, red zone no good, right? Keep it simple. And BQ still dipping. So again, consolidation is important, not just randomly jumping in. Already, the ABTC still needs to clear that 50 EMA there, Rob. ABTC. We'll keep an eye on ABTC. I'll set an alert for like a little breakout there if we can break out. SMX, S. I think KB, you're scalping this one, right? M. Yeah, nice pop. That was a good breakout, Chris. You aren't watching the video. Thomas, 319. Oof. Yeah, that was not good at all. No position there now. Okay, you sold. Yeah, you did good though. That's good. You did good. And it's halted up at 47.74. Halted up. Yeah, 66. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, there's no such thing as a price target. When you start relying on price targets, you have a problem because you open yourself up for getting slapped today and getting Foden or Bruno. Yeah, I wish I could get Bruno. Ramtin. I wish I could get Bruno. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would sell Salah today though. Your team is actually very nice. Your team is very very nice. What's your and you still have a lot of nice chips too. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. Yeah, yeah, it's halted up. No, I saw Ramtin. Yeah, yeah. No, your team is very nice. I like it a lot. I wish I had your team. La, 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 la. How many people use them? Reckless. Yep, I agree. Right. So if we go back to FTEL, right? You don't want to be looking at the price target. You just basically want to look for you're looking for price action, right? So it's always like it can you can have a price target if you want to, but at the same time you always want to make sure that like you're also like the price action leads you to that decision, right? Will it be worth it? I don't know. I think so. I think so. I think the educational loan, the fact that you can catch these plays nice and early on, all win. I think it's going to be worth it. Yeah. All I can say is, when I started, I wish I had a community like this. Um, yeah, yeah. I wish. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Good job, Shane. Good job, Josh. Have you been loading up on the BTC dips? Yeah. Have you been loading up? If you bought those dips in the low 80s there, you're going to be smiling. Such big smiles. Bitcoin's coming back down for the 90 test again. No, 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 no. Zilly, love it. Yep. Um, yeah, I think just us hanging out here together, right? And it really does help. Alwyn, again, welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your invite at the bottom of the chat. Okay. This is the link. So click that Discord link. Follow the instructions in the Getting Started channel. If you're not sure what to do, watch the onboarding video. It's the very last video at the bottom. But if you scroll up a little bit, you're going to have instructions, right? But also watch that onboarding video at some point, please. Alrighty, it's going to walk you through all the channels and Discords. So again, click the link, connect in Discord, and you're going to see us hanging out in mostly going to be in Stock General. Yeah. Is it on halted? No, not yet. Still halted. 47.74. PLRZ guys is still holding that bottom. The 200 EMA is holding. So we mentioned $6, right? I'm gonna move this line lower. Even there was so $6 is still holding for PLRZ here, and it's still above the 200 EMA. So maybe there's still something there. If we can get some consistent higher low candles, little bits of Solana. I'm trying to get close to 78 as possible. Just a little ads for now. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Josh. If they go back to that price, I think that'd be massive, like massive craziness, massive scams. SMX is now unhalted. SMX is gone, guys. SMX says thanks, guys. Sheesh, that's a nice push. Maybe now with SMX moving, maybe V will follow a little bit. V, maybe. Plug. Okay. I know KB. I know you did what you could with the information you had at that point, though. Yeah. Yeah, Rum team, do your analysis on that team. Let me know what you would do. Alrighty. So yeah, SMX, I think the problem with this is that supply zone now. That was a really nice push down. Really nice. That thing was doing nothing till it reclaimed the 200 EMA though, you know? So sometimes like setting alerts above the 200 EMA for like, reclaiming the 200 EMA can be really nice. Because this one broke above the 200 EMA and then came back and retested the 200 EMA twice and held the 200 EMA at $34 and then broke out. So yeah. It's always a good thing when a stock can get back above the 200 EMA. On the retest, yeah, was stalling a bit here at 53. Yeah, so if that thing can clear this 53 here, you might have some more juice. Some more juice. Yeah, if you're wondering why we're failing at 53, it's because look at this. And if I zoom into yesterday, look at this. Look, what price did we fail at yesterday, guys? Exact same level, right? We popped and failed exactly at that spot. So now this spot today is going to be the test, right? So if it can clear that level, then obviously has more room to potentially 60. Yeah. Yep. Spy crashing again. You can blame Rob. Look at Spy, guys. Spy went from the highs of the day to the lows of the day. Right? Just straight confusion on that thing. And then FTEL couldn't do anything, right? So this is why Josh mentioned earlier, no price targets, right? Because you could have seen this and say, hey, I'm gonna take my little scalp, I'm gonna take my little scalp at the double top, right? If not, we came all the way back down. Yeah, that's a really good scalp, Chris. That's an excellent scalp. Woof, excellent scalp. Beautiful, beautiful. MNDR with a nice push as well. Yep, it's all Rob's fault. MNDR. I mean, Bitcoin does need to catch up to the SPY run though, so maybe that's okay. But we need both of them to push for all-time highs. Sheesh, a whole bunch of random stocks just flying left and right, left and right, left and right. Let me take a look at AKTX. That one just came off the scanner as well. Actually, not for the first time. Yeah, the volume is super light though. It's like 300,000 shares. BQ just never did anything here. SMX is going again for that 53, 52, 53. MD. I put this back in there. It depends. Not the answer you're looking for, but it really depends, right? So when we go back to up to 69, if we easily break above it, I would give it a second and see if we break above for the third time, because we just seem to be going back and forth for now. Eventually, one of these two levels will break. One thing's for sure, though, you have to stay above this bottom. If it breaks below that, I don't think you want it anymore. So if you're concerned about that position, yeah, sure, maybe once we go back to even, there's nothing to trade. Might as well wrap it up. The amount of times that if we wrapped it up before lunchtime, the amount of times we would have missed like 1,000% runner offline so many times. And also, like this morning has not been bad, right? If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat, right? Pre-market was nice. A lot of you guys made your daily goal and you were done for the day in pre-market. So again, come join us in Discord. Yeah, a lot of you guys made your money at the open, right? So could have been done already. So and hopefully, the closer we get to um, to the rest of the day, yeah. Lisa, give me a high five. Well done, Mark. Yeah, let's go. Look at that, right? Good jobs. Make it happen, Rob. Make it happen. And at the open, slow, exactly. Yep, exactly. So a lot of people have made the money. It's the holidays. The holidays are like these guys, like what was slow like most of the time, and then we have a crazy runner, right? You don't want to miss that runner though. So then the patience is really important. Yeah. One trade in pre-market, Floyd. Yeah, absolutely. That's all you need, sometimes. That's all you need. That is all you need. Okay, back to SMX because SMX is breaking out there again. So nice. That's a really nice push. Very, very nice push. Yeah. Good job, Lisa. Good job. Good jobs. Flies halted up. I bet you people are just looking around and saying, hey, like if all these stocks are trash today, let's just go back to the old names, SMX, Fly. Yeah. BQ on the dip. Yeah, I mean you're getting really close to that. So I'd be looking for closer to 240, 250. Alrighty, so in between that range, then. Or even if you take a position above 250, just make sure you have a stop loss below that range. Cool, and then you should be okay. SMX says thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Here comes 57. Okay, maybe today's the day we hit $100. Here comes 58. 59. Here comes 60 if they don't halt it up. And it's halted up. Yeah. There you go, KB. Halt it up. You're in it, Angel? Okay. Absolutely, Greg. Absolutely. Absolutely. 55, Thomas. There you go. FTEL is dead. Yeah, they slapped it. They said, nope, you shall not pass that resistance. Yeah. So your next support is $1.50 here. $1.50. Yeah. Did the SPY recover? Let me go backwards here then. SPY. That is a nice recovery. You can almost tell that they really want to push it up. Yeah, Bitcoin with a nice bounce too, almost back to 91. Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks, Rob. Yeah. Get us to all-time highs. Get us to all-time highs. 85. I like it. I like it a lot. KB. Yeah, no, KB is happy. Yeah. Bilal, you need a beating, You need a beating. Now the gold membership is not available. I don't know what you're gonna do. Unbelievable. Yeah, so there are lots of levels to look at on this one. Just because we've looked at this thing multiple days now, that resistance we dealt with on day one, was right around 61. Once we broke above that, we were looking for 65, 66, right? And then we were looking for above 70. Alrighty. So again, like, yeah, 60 might be a nice psychological level, but last time it was 61-ish, right? So we'll keep an eye on that, and then it was closer to 65, 66 after that, and then above $70. Yeah. So yeah, 660 was not a problem. The last two times it had a run. So mm, yeah, Bilal, the Gold VIP membership is also sold out. Unbelievable. Yeah, next time we chat, I'm gonna slap the rubbish out of you. Yeah. No, we have a lot of people to go through. So Rob is doing one-on-ones and talking about psychology and technicals, with the algo, right? And then obviously we're both doing one-on-ones. So our goal for now is to kind of do all of those one-on-ones, and then um, focus on doing group classes with the Goat VIP and lifetime members, so everybody's on the same page, and then it's time to cook. So yeah, that's going to be the goal going into next year. So we can't be adding brand new people every month and then have everybody on the same page. It's confusing. Yeah. So we need one. I don't know. Some point. I'm thinking about getting one of those brain transplants, Michael. Yeah, you should install the what is it called again? The Elon thing, Neuralink. Neuralink. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Again, PLRZ, for anybody that's still watching this, it looks like it's doing a good job though, isn't it? Like holding the bottom there. It better stay above $6 consistently. Okay, sounds Bilal sounds good. Sounds good. Have a wonderful day at work. Alrighty. So there goes the on hold, guys. You can see that 61, right? So SMX, like I said, 60 is not really a problem. It's closing above 61, and then oof, damn, that thing said, forget about it. Forget about it. Here comes that here. Ooh, damn. Sheesh. That thing said, don't worry about me. Damn. Okay, close about that, and then give us that $100. Again, if SMX is running, right, we mentioned V, right? So maybe V will eventually push at some point. Let me just pull up V, just because, right? Because it's not really doing anything there, but I wonder if that thing will bounce up that demand zone. I wonder. We'll keep an eye on it. If the volume ever comes in, right? We'll see. That was the only sympathy play we found, right? I mean, there was some other low float names, but ETH is going parabolic. Yeah, I thought about buying some ETH dips, Rob. Thought about it. Thought about it, but then I was like, nah, I just buy more BTC instead. Nah, I don't need too many scams. Yeah, one scam is enough. Stupid Bitcoin. No, 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 no. Yeah, Megan. Okay, sounds good. Yep, exactly. So, hey, you can kind of see how we failed at that 66, right? So, it wasn't always not always the 65, that little range them with the supply box. Fly's halted up now, Megan. So are you smiling? Yeah, you are. So it kind of feels like everybody's going back to the to the names like from earlier this week or last week as well. Right? That's a nice pop on Fly. That's a nice push on Fly. Tilray, Rob mentioned this morning that Tilray did a split, and Tilray is slowly bouncing there. Is there a chance that tomorrow can you can play again, Belen? Don't think that's important, right? Maybe, maybe not, right? It's not important though, right? It's possible, but it also doesn't matter, right? Like when we came into today, right? We were focused on different names. No idea that SMX was gonna cook until it reclaimed, right? Until it started to reclaim the 200 EMA, right? Then it looked better again, right? And then retested once, retested twice, and then boom skis. So sometimes when you show up on any given day, your job is to work on that, refine your strategy so you can be ready for anything, rather than focus on a specific stock and then it doesn't perform. Yeah. You know. Okay. So it looks like that 66 guys was really the kryptonite there, and then a retest. A retest. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Good job, KB. Now you have to. Today is just not the day for the diamond hands. You have to take those gains. Have to take those gains. Hmm. Okay. No, 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 no. Do you set any rules for yourself? Trading pre-market runners? Yeah, a lot of rules. There's a video in the education section, two videos actually that talk about those, how to play, pre-market runners. So two videos. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Thank you, KB. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and all the other cool things. PLRZ is still holding that $6. Anybody in PLRZ close to $6, guys? Anybody holding this one? Um, what's going on with BQ? I don't know. When you ask me what's going on with the stock, I'm like, what? Right? What do you mean? Help me. So this looks interesting. Then Fly is still halted up, and then SMX is still playing with that range. So 61 to 66. Yeah, Greg, a lot of you guys are into that thing. Then yeah, it really needs to break out and go boom skis. PLRZ. That's a really high entry secured, really high. So I mean, we're creeping up here, which is good, right? There it goes, 650, right? So you should be green. Is if you we mentioned $6 being support at the 200 EMA and it consolidated, so you have 50 cents at this point. You have room to set a stop loss, right? So yep. Mm-mm. You were waiting for 650. Okay. Greg, what's your entry? What's your entry on PLRZ? Better be damn close to $6. uh, Better be closer to $6 than $7. Otherwise, 46. Okay, I think I see what you did. Okay, so yeah, it needs to break about 650, right? There's a bit of a double top there, 650, so it needs to break about that level. Was I wrong in what? Getting in at 650? Yeah. But it's okay though. Let's see if we can break above. If it can break above this double top, you're gonna be okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we're kind of double topping like right there, right there. So that level does need to be broken. There we go. Here we come. Here we come. 49 going once, going twice. Another rejection again. Sheesh. Going once again. There we go. 650. 651, 655, 660, 665. Are you happy now, Greg? You all right? So that VWAP is coming up there next. Alrighty. The VWAP is coming up there next. $670. There we go. PLRZ. That was a pretty nice bottom, right? Pretty nice bottom. And then now the VWAP is going to be the test. Can it break above the VWAP? Right? So your stop loss should have been moved up already, Greg. Right? You're not allowed to go right on a name like that anymore. Just so you know. Just so you know. So again, 670 resistance because of the VWAP. So that's the next level that needs to be broken. And here goes a test. And here comes the break. That's an interesting block. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Pays to be in the club. Let's go, KV. It does. It does. That was a beautiful entry combo. Perfect. Stay green. Stay green. Virus. Good morning, Virus. How are you? You see BTC pumping today, Virus? Yeah. Better keep that up. More Virus needs more Saudi monies in there. SMX is still looking good though, guys. Still slowly stepping up, right? So I don't really see any other than those supply zones. I don't see any big, red flags there. But yeah, yep, looks good. Looks good. And then PLRZ again. That VWAP is always a problem, guys. We've talked about this so many times, right? So yeah. Let's see. Give us boomskis. Yeah, this is a pretty nice green day for Bitcoin. It's nice to see it come back like this. Not that we didn't know that it was possible, but it's also nice to like crash like that and recover so nicely. Otherwise, people get a little bit annoyed. Yeah, no, that's okay, KB. Yeah, and you're kind of sitting at resistance too, so um, that is okay. Yeah, no, the markets look good today. Again, it's Santa month, so we better keep flying, virus. Better keep flying. Fly, fly, fly. Interesting. Fly, fly, fly. FTEL did? Yeah. I think we stopped looking at that one a while ago. V is slowly bouncing off that 220 level we looked at earlier, right? So 220, 229, nothing crazy, like nothing really crazy at all. But at least it bounced off 220, right? As a potential sympathy play to SMX. Bitcoin just made brand new highs of the day. Not sure what the S&P is doing. Actually, SPY is also making highs of the day. So Rob's looking for that 685. Rob's been spamming that all day today. So Spikes is holding those calls as well. So those calls should be printing nice and green spikes. Congratulations. Congratulations. SMX VWAP resistance. So we need a higher low in this one. A high hello. You sum at 223. Okay, that's not bad. Love it. I like that scalp a lot. Off the one contract, let's go. Jason, which contract did you buy? Which contract did you buy? Okay. So we need a higher low on PLRZ here, and then a pushback to the VWAP. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, virus the criminal. One consolidation earlier, not the last one. That time the price was a bit higher. Mm, yeah. Dev, don't buy in the first thing we talk about. Don't be eager to jump in. Yep, absolutely. Sometimes, though, sometimes again, like if you go back and watch the stream yesterday and watch the stream today, right? Just do that, right? Most of the time we know. Like today, we started out by saying, "Hey, today looks suspicious," right? So even though we have these names we like PLRZ and FTEL, today still feels sus, right? There's just something sus in the air. Whereas yesterday, those names were easy, easy, right? Easy. Sometimes you can tell, and it's always based on the performance. Like a stock will just make you feel comfortable based on like, hey, higher lows, hey, volume, hey, we're slowly creeping up. It just feels nice. Whereas you show up today and it's like, okay, massive green candle, massive red candle, massive green candle. It's like, how do you feel comfortable with that, right? So it always just depends on the price action, right? And PLRZ, you can see the resistance at 670, and guess what? We're failing at 670, right? So everything seems suspicious, suspicious, suspicious. I think that's why everybody ran back to to SMX. And BQ is still holding the double bottom there, so 240, 250 for support. No. Six. It's coming back. Send it, Jay. When you end the stream, I know, right, Tiffany? Yeah. Yeah, BQ is holding up the 200 EMA in the demand zone. When we leave and go back to Discord, everything says, oh yeah? Send it, Tiffany. Send it. Here goes BQ. BQ with the double bottom curls. Yeah, nice little curl there. So it looks like that support at the bottom there, that held really nicely, right? Yeah, it's not bad at all. So now we're testing the little downtrend there. Good job, KB. No. Okay. Nice push. So if you took that gamble at 250 at the consolidated level in the demand zone, well, a nice little 20-cent pop for now. With a little bit of resistance at, closer to 280 there. So let's see if we can push for that level there, KB. See if we can push it. It's just sitting in that supply zone for a second there. 275. Going once, gone. 277. So again, that double top is right there, like 278. So I wonder if they're gonna break above it or stall it. Let's go. KB says I haven't even gone to the education videos yet. I'm already getting the knowledge I needed. I've been trading myself for like 4 months. See, joining us in Discord is a huge huge positive, huge positive. Yeah, so you can see we're failing at that 278, right? It's because of that left hand side pivot there. So every time you see a last high on a stock, that level will always act as a problem, right? So last time we left this level, we went up a little bit and we failed right there. Guess what? It's gonna be the exact same rubbish, when we get back up there again. So that level needs to be broken at some point. And then you're like, okay, cool. Now let's look for 290, right? So each of these levels play a key role, unless the volume is crazy and then it doesn't matter. But yeah, if not, then it really matters. PLRZ is still holding $6, so that's really all that matters for now. SMX, again, there's a lot of resistance there. So, and a lot of you guys took your money. So we went from 66 all the way back down to 52. That's a pretty big drop, isn't it? So when you see those gains, you don't pray and ask for more. You take them. XTB. I don't think I've looked at that one today. FBYD. For SMX, and I left her in the bed. Ah. The platform? Oh, XTB. I see. Get a new platform then. I've never heard of that. Get a new platform. Get something else. If you don't like it, just switch. Uh, let's go, Anthony. Let's go. Um, only 3 scalps, 2 small wins. That's okay, right? They add up. Usually, when stocks do really good in pre-market, yeah. Angel? Most of the time, like in a really good market, we usually have both. Like all the markets do cook, right? But sometimes, yeah, when you have these stocks flying in pre-market, sometimes they can dump, right? So yeah, so wake up early in pre-market and join us in Discord, right? Pre-market opens at 4 a.m. You don't have to be awake at 4 a.m. You can wake up an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, and play pre-market. If you notice that the markets are pumping in pre-market and then dumping at the open. Yeah. Spikes, did you sell your calls on SPY? What did you FOMO in, Torn? What did you FOMO in? Make sure you watch those videos before your one-on-one as well. Otherwise, I'm gonna find you. Find you. You got out? Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Amazons. Amazons. No, 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 no. Okay. La 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 la. You sold puts, which are printing? Yeah. Yep. A lot of people are calling for Amazon. A lot of people are calling for Amazon to. And we kind of said it to you, right? With the whole AI bubble thing, Amazon seems to be completely okay. SFX came back and retested the bottom of the range. That thing is crazy, isn't it? FY mentioned this one earlier, but just FBYD. Beyond Falcons beyond global. I thought it was gonna say beyond fake meat or something. Um, but these candles are a little bit crazy. Yeah, bit crazy. Just be careful. SMX is holding that 52, 53 at the bottom, which is the other line we looked at, right? So we basically came back for the retest on SMX, right? We just came back for the retest of the breakout. So that could have been a nice little scalpy there from 53 back to 60 almost. And fake meat with oh yeah. There we go. Amazon and AMD. And a whole lot of Weibo for virus. Where's Peter today? Peter's busy working on his fantasy team, isn't he? He's stressing, trying to catch up to me. Ah, Peter. Do better. And yeah, no, Ramtin, I wish I could go up to Bruno, but just short, you know. So yeah, I might just do Verge and then play the Tiago, and then figure out Sar next week, you know. Yeah, no, DC, it's halted up. Again, the candle just came out of nowhere. The volume is 100,000, right? So this thing wasn't really doing anything, like nothing at all. Not with 100,000 shares, it's not doing anything. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, 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 boom, gone, gone skis. Craziness, huh? Yeah, BTC and SPY are both getting. Oof, damn! Oh my days! Look at that. What the hell? What is that? Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. How do we go from the highs of the day straight back to the lows of the day? Bitcoin's holding up well though, but SPY looks like garbage then. Crazy volatility. Trump must have spoken. He must have said something. At least he's not speaking as much anymore, you know. I think there's an announcement today, isn't there? Announcement at 2 p.m. Or was that yesterday? I think it's today, right? Yeah, he said big announcement at 2 p.m. Hmm. No, 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 no. I need him to rush. And I think 2 p.m. Eastern. Probably not till the market closes at that point. But who knows? And then the other crazy crackhead stock is on halted again, guys. Yeah, just be careful with this stuff. The volume isn't a whole lot, so yeah, look at that. That thing just went from 29 to 25. Like, if you get caught on the wrong side of this, you if you get caught on the wrong side of that, you're not going to be very happy. Not going to be very happy. That's for sure. Hmm. Do, 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 do. Will still cook. The market is huge for them all to make money. Yep, exactly. I'm not gonna say it. What else? Yeah, at the very least, the PLRZ is still holding six. Still holding six. BQ, obviously, we just never could break above, so hopefully you took your gains, right? That was a nice double bottom. You just had the double top as well. And then SMX, again, $60 resistance, so we're retesting to the downside again. Yep. You bought Hood? Virus was spamming Robinhood 2 weeks ago at the bottoms, right? Spam, spam, spam every day. Robinhood. Hopefully, you didn't just buy at the highs on Friday. Yep. Again, benefits of being a member, And then SMX got rejected off the upside there again. And there goes a PLRZ for another test of that VWAP. Right. So again, we are holding the bottoms, which is nice. It does need to break out though, Yeah. Yeah, it does need to break out. Here we go. Greg, are you still in your position or you took the monies? Uh, so same. You took it, okay? Yeah, same resistance, right? We failed at the exact same spot again, right? 670, exact same spot. So yep. So one of these times it's gonna need to break out. One of these times it's gonna need to give us the boom skis. Here we go. Yep, there you go. Exactly. Clear resistance. Greg, see, you could have scalped that twice, right? No, 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 no. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. And then this thing is halted down now, right? Just way too dangerous. When a stock is pumping like this, and you look around and you're like, "Damn, the volume is 100,000." Oof. Be very careful. You better jump in right away or not at all, right? So you better jump in on that first halt, right? At $23, $22, and then sell at 29 or 28. Because when those candles get long like that, there's not enough volume to sustain it. Okay, here we go again, PLRZ. Here we go again. Let's go, Frank. Let's go. Yeah, ice cream monies. Let's go, Randy. Well done. I like it. I like it. I like it. Sometimes when a stock is predictable like that in a range, it's nice to play with it. Didn't get my daily 10% goal, but I've super consistent, so you're still happy. Ox, beautiful. Give me a high five. Well done. Well done. I'm gonna delete some of these circles here because it makes it a little bit messy. It's fighting. It wants to break out, doesn't it? Maybe this time. Good job, the Ox, right? Consistency. Consistency wins most of the time. 664. Okay, there you go. Come on, break it, break it, break it, break it, and then start pushing for above $7. Yeah, that level is strong resistance. So you see why people are selling at that level, guys, right? Yeah, look at that rejection. Look at that rejection. Woo! Right? If you took gains, you're smiling like a goat. Because why? Because you just scammed the rubbish out of the stock. You just scammed the rubbish. You can smile and say, you know what? Yeah, that's me. That's right. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. So if that thing wants to go, it's going to need to break above that 670. For now, lots of resistance. And so sometimes it's very predictable. And especially when you see it stalling, right? Like I've said this multiple times too. When you get to resistance, you don't have to sell it at like so when we get there like this, like right there, you don't have to sell it, right? Like the first candle is not the sell candle. It's when you start to get more candles at that level, then you know, like, okay, that level is not breaking yet. If it's gonna break, usually it breaks, right away. Like right away, boom, 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 gone. First two candles, breakout and gone. Right. So what this might do now though is give you a cup and handle, right? Like this, like a nice dip like that, and then a rocket. That would be nice. But we'll see. We shall see. YDKG. DKG. Mm. Yeah. NVIDIA and AMD fight in Amazon fighting. Tell them to behave, please. Behave, please. This is Sansa season. We don't need any redness in the market. They're being annoying. Tell them to behave. Uh yeah, I think that's yeah. Amazon, yeah. Amazon has released a new AI chip and says it is more cost effective than NVIDIA. Ah, well, but they'll figure it out. They will figure it out. Yeah, exactly, Stefan. There's plenty of money to go around. They can't even buy enough NVIDIA chips. NVIDIA is like, hey guys, stop throwing money at us. We need to slow down. So Amazon can make some money too. So let's see if that cup and handle plays out there. But it's oof, look at that nastiness, guys. Oof, damn. That thing said hello, hi. Yeah, no cup and handle, no breakouts. All will cook. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mm-mm-mm. There's not enough of those things. So if they can't get it from Nvidia, then maybe they go to Amazon. Let's go, virus. Viruses want me to wake up the chat. Because they're not being nice to each other, man. Yeah, look at that drop. Look at that nasty drop, right? So, like I said, until this thing can break above, oof, until this thing can break above that 670 and close above it, it is not ready. So basically, just coming back to retest the bottom again. Hmm. It's like clockwork, you know. That cup and handle obviously isn't playable anymore, right? Because we never broke above. You have to target, Tiffany. Buy us something, please. Buy us something. Buy us some cookies. Bring back some cookies. Buy us some cookies. Some chocolate chip cookies or some peanut butter cookies, you know, something. uh, they wanted to send you to jail, Tiffany. They're like, you're making too much monies. BQ with another pop again, guys. So we're basically retesting this level right there. BQ. Ooh, BQ. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these names are just ranging today, which is okay for scalping, right? Which is okay for scalping. You can just keep playing the bottoms and the tops and the bottoms and the tops. We'll soon make chips, probably, Kevin. Probably a cream cookie sandwich. That sounds good. That sounds good. $16, Angel. I mean, it has done that before, but this time it's quite a ways away. Quite a ways away. I like the way Bitcoin's holding above 90K. As much as SPY looks like garbage, right? SPY, like almost went to red, right? But BTC, yeah, I like the way that this thing has been holding up today. Hopefully, it stays above 90K at the end of the day. That would be some progress rather than the constant pump to 90, crash to 80. Na, 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 na. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like it, Virus. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah, it looks like we're curling again here. Again, it's slow, and then all of a sudden, especially during the holiday period, it's slow, and then all of a sudden, it's like boom, 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 boom. Okay. SMX. SMX just seems to be going back and forth, but it is holding that 53, 52. So at least some dollar scalpies there, not too bad. There we go. Give us boom skis. There goes BQ again, testing that resistance. And then PLRZ, right? You know the story. That thing needs to break out. Yeah, Lisa, you missed the re-entry. Yeah. I think the downside to this now though is that, like, as the day progresses, the longer we sit here, the bigger that supply zone gets. You notice how, like, it's just, it's getting bigger, and now we're failing lower, right? So then all of a sudden, instead of getting to 60, now we fail at 57. So it's kind of annoying, isn't it? Kind of annoying. And then this one's unhalted. The volume is not 300,000. It's not a whole lot, but at least it's done something. BQ is failing still at 278. We mentioned 278 earlier for resistance, still failing at that level. And then PLRZ still in the same range. Still in the same range. And we need something to cook. BQ? Yeah, BQ something. Something. There we go. Give us the boom skis. It's been a while since we talked about swing plays. Anybody looking for any swing plays? Swings? No swings. Yeah, these days we basically just play momentum and we move on. Unless we see something at the end of the day that looks swingable. Swing plays are really not exactly the best theme in the market. Not exactly the best theme in the market. Let's see. Tomorrow, okay. Just large cap swings, Yogi. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Frank. No, I agree. On holidays again, yeah. It's usually like this during the holidays. It kind of feels slow, and then there's explosions because people need money for Christmas. Some silver stocks, yeah. Right. So it's like we have some excellent days. Excellent days during the holidays. Then it slows down, and then an excellent day, and then it slows down, and then we have a crazy month in January, right, to start the year off, and then we get to the worst months of the year, March, April. Those months are bad for like large caps, though. There we go, guys. There we go. PLRZ said hello. Hi, I'm back. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. That again, you could have scalped this thing so many times. So many times. PLRZ. So predictable, huh? Greg, did you get back into this? I hope you did. Hopefully, we have some cash then, virus. When the markets crash in March, April, because we always do for the most part, right? Hopefully, there's some cash. You did, Greg. Give me a high five. Look at that, right? Sometimes this is why I ignore you, Greg, because you just need the time to practice. You just need the time, and then eventually, one step at a time. Look at that. You've scalped this thing twice for 2 wins. Good job. Yeah. What's your entry this time? I want to drop a line at 7, but I almost don't want to. I don't know if that level is actually a resistance. Got out too soon. That's okay though, Thorn. You made monies. That's okay. That's 45. Okay. Okay. I see what you did. Yep. You did good there, right? So yeah, you did good there. And then yeah, so that $7 is just gonna be a psychological wall, right? 30. There you go, Jose. There you go. Look at that, Greg. There you go. One step at a time. You're right. You're rushing too much, right? Everybody does for the most part, especially when you feel like you have to, but the market doesn't care. The market needs that time. Practice, 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 right? If you're gonna go play in the NBA, or you're gonna go play in the World Cup, right? Or if you're gonna go play the World Frisbee Championships, or the World Slapping Championships, right? You need to practice, right? So practice, practice, practice. Cool. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Going up nicely, yeah. Amazon, yeah. Okay, okay, sounds good, virus. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see. Next year will be one on one. Sound Kevin? Absolutely, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll let you know. Great, good job. Good job, good job. Alrighty, well done. Okay, let's see. SB, I have nothing to say. Nothing to say. Dan left yeah, and you took over, huh? Okay. Okay. One second. Is it dead like Z? Flip side, dead like Z. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. BTC just chilling there. SMX is also just chilling. BQ really needs to break above 278. And then obviously $7 is the next resistance here for PLRZ. You need Jesus after that. Straight to church. No, 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 no. Ready for Barcelona Atleti? Let's go. Either way, yeah, small bet 2-3. Yeah, sounds good, Anthony. Sounds good. Enjoy the game, alrighty. That should be a good game. And then Premier League games today. Um, I can't quite remember who's playing today, but yeah, some nice games today. Some nice games today. Let's see who plays today. Everton, City plays today, and Spurs. Interesting. Okay. And then tomorrow and Thursday. Lots of games. I like the holiday period. There's a lot of sports, soccer especially. Fun times. Here we go again, BQ. Another test of the top 10. Isn't it crazy how like a random level can just become a problem? A random level can just become a problem. But BQ is fighting though. Are you going to? I would like to. I would like to. Yeah, I would like to. Probably will. Probably will. Yeah, probably will. Yeah. I never got the tickets though. Um, I don't think there are any good games in. If, yeah, I think I'll probably go uh to like Miami or something for a game or something like that. Uh, but in terms of like tickets in Canada though, I don't think I don't think you'll be able to find any tickets. Oh my goodness, Kevin. Shish. Yeah, you definitely yeah. Canada versus somebody to be determined. 1% of tickets left. How come all these tickets all say 1% of tickets left? They're all sold out or what? Uh, mm, Group B. Oh, these games are in Toronto actually. If I click on tickets, let's see how much they cost. Just continue. View tickets. Yeah, see, these tickets are expensive, huh? And it's not like they're even like good tickets. They're not even good tickets, but like look at the price of those tickets. These are probably the cheaper tickets too. Yeah. Like look at that. Yeah, Kevin just joined. Yeah, but Kevin's been on holidays probably, but yeah, Kevin lost all that money before he decided to join us. You know, which is what most people do. Oh, I see. Okay. Crazy, huh? The more expensive? Yeah, you're not wrong. It would be nice to go to a World Cup game though. It would be nice. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, no, yeah. Kevin's a member now. Yeah. Are you going to any games, SB? Anybody going to any of the games? Okay. Uh, Virus 10. No, we're at 10 now. At 10 now. In your living room? I know, right? I know, I know. You could use that money, to do yeah, you could use that money to do, to do some really nice things. Um, but also the experience is all that matters sometimes. All that matters sometimes. You are Kevin? Canada, Norway. You are okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, virus. So this giveaway is there's maybe like a member like Kevin in the on the wheel, but this is the wheel, guys. So this wheel is for the non-members that have been interacting in the chat the most. So you don't just get added to the wheel because you want to. So this giveaway is for people that are, yeah, just interacting, right? So it's not just a me. It's just people that interact, right? Yeah. And we can, virus wants to give you a, yeah, give you a month of membership. So we'll spin the wheel. Look at all these non-members that come out of the abyss. Um, so yeah, when you're watching the stream, interact, ask questions, smash a like. We appreciate it. But we'll keep doing this. Don't worry, keep doing it. So always interact. It's not just a one-time thing, right? So yeah, smash a like. Interact, ask questions. It helps, and we appreciate that. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll always cool. I know, right, Alvin? Yeah, just come join us in Discord. You're not gonna regret it. Yeah. Okay, are you ready to spin? Spin it. Let's go, Byron. Thank you very much. Let's go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Secure or Angel? Lizzie's always so close. Lizzie's always on here. Angel? Angel is chatting like a crackhead. Wait, there's two angels? Uh no. One's Andrew. Yeah, there's only one angel. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So again, always keep interacting, guys. And no, Kevin, start small. That's okay. Good job. Angel, congratulations. Send me an email, okay? HotTradesX@gmail. Include your Discord username in the email, please. Alrighty. And thank you very much again to Virus. Virus, thank you. So again, always don't forget to smash a like, guys. Smash a like and interact. It helps the stream, and then then we'll do some yeah. Cool. 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 Perfect. Love it. I walk away for 5 minutes. The wheel of fun. The wheel is gonna be hidden. Yeah. No, I think JRS. I think he was overly aggressive, and then 30K, and then cut it down to $500. But yeah, SMX is still holding that range there, which is nice. Let's go. Yeah, so smash a like if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbots and become a member. Come join us. Ready? We will probably hop off in like 20 minutes or so. Alrighty, and then go back to Discord, and then get ready for some one-on-ones. Cool. Uh, okay, there you go. And then PLRZ keeps failing at $7. So a brand new double top. Yeah. Where is the Discord link? You want to join? Greg, what do you mean? Where is the Discord link? Aren't you a member already? Yep. No, Greg. Yeah. $500 a day is a pretty big goal. I don't think people realize that. Sometimes we say these numbers, we don't realize how crazy those like look at this. For example, right? $500 a day. That's a pretty nice yearly salary, right? And a lot of people hit that a day, and they're still not happy with it. Still not happy, right? There are a lot of people that don't make $250 a day at their job, right? And a lot of people make it easily in the market. Yeah, Greg, I was wondering why. I was wondering. Yeah, like exactly. It is fine for me secured. Oh, it's more than fine. And a lot of people also like have other income coming in, right? So per day frozen at work, you make 180 a day at work. Like that's what I mean, right? So more than fine. Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of you guys make this like in an hour. Let's say 3 hours, 4 hours, right? You go to work for 8 hours a day and you make your $200 a day, Yeah. So and then in the markets, somehow $200 is not good enough. $500 is not good enough. Yeah, crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, there you go. How do you get the algo? So when you get which membership, so the membership is separate. Once you get the membership, then you can buy the algo in Discord. Diddy, yeah, ready? Craig, that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing to be sorry about. That's okay. How much is the algo? The algo is $75 for 3 months. The algo is just on sale. But yeah, $75 for 3 months. It's like a license or like something for 6 months and then something else for a whole year, right? And then the lifetime members get it for free, which is fire because you save a lot of monies. But that's all done now. Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to buy the algo and you are in Discord, just go to the Bulbe algo channel. Or there's a website. I don't know if the website is in the description, Rob, but yeah, it's in Discord. Eddie, I know, right? We need to get Rob to get on that. Can mm, and okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, no, the algo works on TradingView because TradingView allows you to, it allows people to develop stuff, create stuff, right? Webull is more of a trading platform, so it doesn't let you, you know. So maybe at some point though they will. CVS. Okay, sounds good. Okay, Angel, I see your email, and responded to your email. You want a lifetime membership? That's not available anymore. The lifetime membership is sold out. Yeah, it is. Like we just keep going back and forth, KB. So just scalps and run, scalps and run. SMX has done a good job though, holding that bottom. Yep, Matt, absolutely. A good setup will show up at some point. Maybe after lunch. Maybe after lunch. All damn day to do it, Chris. Yeah, that's the difference. That's why trading is so appealing. It just takes a lot of work. It just pisses you off a lot. Is that maybe so though. Oh, virus. Yeah, no, the lifetime membership is gone skis. Uh, yeah, July. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time when you're hitting that goal consistently, you can't get overly confident and then the market slaps you. The market says, "Hey son, let me humble you a little bit. Too much confidence." And then SMX Pengu. Can you get Bitcoin to be pumping to above 100K? That would be nice. Yeah, Jose, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Journaling is good, right? There's that expression that says what gets measured gets improved, right? So if you don't know what you're messing up, you don't know what to fix. So it's nice to write stuff down and then sometimes like and I always do this for the gold members, and anybody that I do a one-on-one with, right? I expect you to write down the trades or take screenshots, right? Because it's one thing for you to tell me what you're struggling with, right? It's another thing for me to see what you're struggling with, right? Because sometimes it's pretty easy to see. It's like, oh, there we go. There's the problem. I've seen it on five of your trades. It's always FOMO. It's always catching a knife. It's always, then we know where to go from there. So when you write stuff down, you can go back and look at those trades and say, they all have this in common. If I can fix this one thing, maybe I can make progress. Like one small thing at a time. Oh, virus. Not everything that gets measured improves. Unbelievable. Exactly, Jose. Especially if you find yourself making the same mistakes. Yep, exactly. How do you screenshot on a computer? You do Command Shift 4, right? So, for example, look at this Command Shift 4. That's if you're on an Apple computer. If you're on a different computer, you can do something else. You can always just search it up, right? Also, if you go to the top right hand side of TradingView, right there, the top right hand corner, you're gonna see a camera. So right here, you see that camera? If you click on that camera, it's going to say, what do you want to do? You can copy the image. You can download the image. You can copy the link. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff. Alrighty. So you can do a whole bunch of stuff then. Um, and then let's go, KB. Good jobs. Yeah. And then oh yeah, Rob posted Rob posted a link to a bookkeeping site in Discord, so you can always take a look at that as well. Yeah, the sniping tool. Yeah, free trading journal. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good notes is a great. Yeah, there you go, Jose. Yeah. And so the other thing you could do is you could always put a circle on that entry, right? Instead of just taking a screenshot, you could put a circle or like an arrow, right? So like for example, you click on the arrow tool and I can say, hey, this is my entry right there, right? And then I can leave that arrow there. Or this is my entry right there. I can leave that arrow there. And so when I come back in a week, when I've traded the whole week and I come back in 2 weeks and I'm looking at all these trades, I can look at all the entries, arrow down there, exit up there, blah, 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 right? Yeah. You're feeling like Jaden today? Why? No monies? I'm telling you, like, if you're not a member, just become a member. Just become a member. You're and educate yourself, right? Study, study, study. Craziness. Uh, specific. Okay, there we go. One second. How to. Okay, there we go. 24/7, yeah. This code is 24/7. How do you get the arrow? On the left-hand side, you're going to have the brush, right? So let me zoom in there. So on the left-hand side, it's going to look like a brush on TradingView, alrighty? So you see the brush right there? It's going to say brush KB. You want to put your mouse over the brush, just your mouse, right? A little sub menu is going to show up, right? So a little sub menu. You see that little like sub menu right there on the right-hand side of the brush? It's going to say geometric shapes. Click on it. Once you click on it, it's going to now show you all the different things you can do, right? You can use a highlighter, you can use an arrow marker, which is what I just used, right? You can use a whole bunch of other things right there. Alrighty. If you use Thinkorswim, you can use the settings to show your JRS, yeah. It's just sometimes easier to navigate on TradingView, but yeah, definitely your broker also tracks that, right? Should track it. Order history. Yeah. Kike, hopefully that answers your question. I'll try. Sign it. SMX is halted down. They slapped that thing hard. They said hello. Thank you. Goodbye. right? So, but again, guys, right? Today's been like that. It's been very predictable, right? Very, very predictable with the ups and downs. And when we get to the downside, you always have to wait for that consolidation before the bounce, not just immediately jump in because it's mostly consolidated, right? And also mostly stalled. So you can see all the problems. It's not like anything is happening and it's like surprising, you know. So everything just seems to go and stall. BTC looks really nice today, really nice. I hope it keeps going like that. Keep going, BTC. We believe in you. 100K by Friday. On the View app, yeah. See, I think the problem with some of your trades there like that though, the problem with some of your trades are uh, we know what you're trying to do, right? And you've already hit your daily goal and you shouldn't be doing anything, right? But I think the problem with some of those trades is you're trying to catch them immediately as we're dropping hard to that level, right? So not always the case that it holds, right? Yeah. It like as much as sometimes we dip and we go back up and you shoot back up and you miss the entry and you're like, damn it, you know. Sometimes the best thing to do is actually to let it hold first. Then you're like, okay, 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 I can get my $2 out of there, you know. Same thing, right? Consolidation really important because sometimes when we're dropping like this, there is no way in hell you're gonna know if it's gonna hold. No way, right? Because sometimes those candles come with a lot of volume. What do we do? People slacking with the likes? I don't know. Yeah, no, we'll hop off in like 5-10 minutes or so, guys. So yeah, but for the day, let's go, KB. Let's go. Thank you very much for smashing the like, everybody. Right, 20 more people smash a like. Let's get to 200. 20 more people smash a like. Let's get to 200s. And then PLRZ is still playing with the 200 EMA. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, smashing the like is kind of annoying, isn't it? I wish we didn't have to do it every day. Yeah. Um, did he? Yes, usually, unless it's pre-market or after hours, and unless like I'm really confident that the stock is pretty slow, but then I'm also ready to sell it. I think you want to get in the habit when you're new to the market. You want to get in the habit of having that stop loss, um, just because sometimes you don't have that emotional control to say, "Hey, okay, I'm red. Let me actually close it because it doesn't look good." It's hard. I think that's the biggest reason why stop losses are important. Is because you can tell yourself like, okay, I'm buying this stock at 205. If we get to 199, I'm gonna sell it. But then we get to 199, and you're like, well, well, let me give it another second. You know, like if I wait another second, I was making this decision when I wasn't losing money, but now I'm actually losing money. So like it's pretty hard for me to sell it now because I'm down $100, right? Then we're sitting at 190. You're like, well, this is too big now. There's no way I'm gonna take 190, right? And then we're at 250. You're like, well, screw it, screw it. Might as well go to zero, you know? uh, yeah, yeah, if you're that's what I mean. That's what the other, that's what I mean too. Like, did he? If your stop loss is always hitting at 7 to 10%, your entry is probably not good enough, right? You need to work on those entries. So if your stop loss is constantly hitting, your entry needs work, right? Yeah. Jason, hopefully you're not down too much there. Hopefully, like you just went in with a small percentage because you already hit that daily goal, right? Before it eventually went to green, and that was the last part. The last part was luck. Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty big comeback though, Winterfell. Yeah, Jason. Okay, good. Yeah, because you did so amazing today, right? Like you did good already. Again, $500 a day is pretty sick, right? Especially in the morning, and then you can enjoy the rest of your day while other people are going to work for 8 hours, Jason, and they know they're not gonna make $500 a day. You already made it, and then you're like, okay, you know, don't make me find you. Ah, yeah, seriously, seriously. SMX is unhalted at 48 now, so testing the 200 EMA. Right. So again, that's the danger of trying to catch these things at support when they haven't consolidated. Is sometimes you get really lucky. I think the time to do that, the time to do stuff like that, is when like it's a massive drop, but it's also dropping into a demand zone, the VU up and the 200 EMA. You have a whole bunch of confluence, and it's maybe like the first or second time we're testing that level. That's not a bad gamble. The more we test a level, like now, this is what the fifth time, the fourth or fifth time we're testing this level. Eventually people get annoyed about it. They get annoyed. They're like, what the hell is going on, SMX? Right, we keep failing, we keep getting lower highs, and now we're testing this level. Where do you think we're getting the money from to keep buying the dips, right? So eventually it breaks down. So the smaller the range, the more we test the range, the weaker it gets. Imagine, go stand on your bed and keep jumping on your bed, keep jumping. Eventually, your bed is gonna break, and then you're gonna have regrets. You know? Yeah. Keep testing that floor and see how weak it gets. Yeah. You might get lucky. I don't know. Virus is sending you a message, guys, for the people that are not members in the chat. Smash a like, keep interacting. You might just get lucky. Alrighty, and then the wheel will reveal itself. Ta-da! And then someone will get magically lucky, like Angel today. Okay, so let's see if we can bounce off the 200 EMA here, Jason. It might jump. It might jump higher. The more you jump, that's true. If your bed has a yeah, one of those springs. Okay, there we go. GC. Okay, GC. Angel, you're good to go in Discord. So thanks again to Virus. Thanks to Virus. What did it? Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. So there goes a little bounces, Jason, off the 200 there. So let's hope and pray. PLRZ, you can tell though, guys, like these stocks will piss you off. One of these stocks will go boom skis at the end, like they're all just like this one's holding the 200 so well. So you can't really say PLRZ is dead. It's not dead, right? But it's pretty annoying though. BQ, same thing. Like it's holding the 200. It's just failing at the stupid resistance. So eventually something will go boom skis. Yeah, they're just annoying. On a stock in a while. That's a good thing though. Okay, here goes 51. What's your entry? Like 53? It's not that bad, right? Not that bad. Let's see. Bitcoin is pushing for highs of the day, guys. This is a good day for BTC. Keep pumping, BTC. Give us 100K. Give us 100K. Very nice, BTC. Very nice. Is the S&P like back to the highs? I don't think so. SPY was way weaker, but SPY's recovered most of those losses though, which is nice. Like this is crazy volatility. This is what we wanted. Pump it. SPY at 7,000, Bitcoin above 100K. End the year, no complaints. No complaints. Yeah, yeah. Do, 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 do. Let's go. Virus has become Santa, guys. Virus is. Virus, I'm still waiting for you to get that S class. I'm waiting for Virus to get that S class. So we can go visit, and sit at the back. And say, Virus, take us to the casino. Thank you very much, Virus. I really appreciate that. And you guys see the message, right? Yeah, you guys see the message. Yeah. So there you go. What's your position in that play, Rumtin? I'll take a look. What's your entry? Are you in it or not in it? Uh, Much love, Mark. Yeah, 2 p.m. Let's see what Trump says. Hopefully, he says some nice things about the market, please. Oh, my days, guys. Look at that. Oh, my days. What did we just say? Like, these things are not done. They just piss you off, you know? They're not done. They just piss you off, is all. And it's halted up, of course. It's halted up. Damn. Oh, my days. Sheesh. Look at that squeeze. We just said this too, Rob. We just said this. Right? Their stocks are not done. They just want to piss you off. But one of them is gonna cook. PLRZ says, I'm the one. I'm the one they've been looking for. That's a nice pump. Um, Type yes in the chat if you're holding PLRZ. That's a really nice push. Mark. Anyways, I know graphics. I know, right? That's the goal here. When a stock is above the 200 EMA, the goal is to piss you off. But definitely not done. Good job, guys, if you're in there. Good job. So Virus sent out a super chat saying first person to send a $10 super chat wins, and Secure did it. Secured, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well done. Congratulations, Secured. I'm gonna send you an invite link. Alrighty, I'm gonna send you an invite link. Secured, what's your Discord username? Just let me know in the chat. What's your Discord username? Let's go. Good job. 724 on paper. Beautiful. Scalped up. Yeah, welcome, Secured. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Virus. See? You invest in yourself. Virus is looking for someone that's willing to invest in themselves, you know? Invest in yourself, right? And then you get a free month. Beautiful. Beautiful. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Damn, BTC looks sick. Like we get excited for Bitcoin to be at 92K, yet ABTC looks like it's curling. ABTC, because I just got an alert for ABTC. American Bitcoin. Yeah, this thing should be pumping. Why? Because BTC is pumping. So I don't know why it's been slacking. I don't know why. BQ is popping. Look at this, guys. Look at this. What did we just say? I think we have a market maker in the community. I think we have somebody. We just joked about these two stocks, right? They're pissing you off, but something's gonna run, and they said, "Well, I guess we're both gonna do it." I guess we're both gonna do it. So when a stock is holding above the 200 EMA, we don't give up on it, right? That white line is magic. Virus knows all about the white line, but so BQ and PLRZ, I like it. You get excited. To get the lifetime membership, Heisenberg. The lifetime membership is no longer available. The lifetime membership has been sold out. Sold out. Sold out. Is there any Canadian Bitcoin? Leave Canada alone. Leave Canada out of this. Okay, so let's see what happens with the on-hold guys on PLRZ. Yeah, this is why, again, even on a slow day, we don't leave, Yeah. Even on the slow days, we keep, we keep fighting, 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 fighting. RJ, welcome to the community, RJ. Yeah. Your email password sticky? What do you mean? Oh, you tried. Oh, you to get it. Well, you better figure it out today. And yeah. So RJ, welcome to the community. Alrighty. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So click that invite link, RJ, and follow the instructions in the Getting Started channel. Smurf, what's your position in FTEL? Let me know. Yeah, get ready for the next one. There goes the on hold. Oh my days, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing go. Damn. Damn. Sheesh. Oof. What a pump. Again, remember the $8 level from the morning, guys? Remember the $8 resistance? Be careful at $8 again. Be careful at that $8 again. Right? This is imagine we hopped off, like 10 minutes ago, right? You would be missing out on all of this. So if you're not a member yet, come join us in Discord because you're gonna miss out, right? Something always cooks. Always cooks. So again, our resistance is what, guys? Our resistance is right at that level right there. Cool. Cool. Sheesh. What a pompa. Beautiful. Well done, Jim. Nice scalp. JRS 630 diamond hands. I mean, $6 was the magic level, wasn't it? So close to $6 was the support. Right. So you did good. Greg, are you still in this, or you took your gains and you ran? Which there's nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah. Show me the handles. Show me the boomskis. Show me the boomskis. So we'll give it a few more minutes before we hop off. Alrighty. So again, for BQ though, BQ had a nice pop. Well, you can clearly see that resistance for BQ, right? So between $2.90 and $3 for BQ, right? That's your next resistance. And then PLRZ, guys, we know there's resistance right there. If you're diamond handing that, congratulations. If you bought at that price, congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Okay, I'll leave it up to DJ Khaled. Yeah, he did not go back. That's okay. It's okay. You did good though, Greg. Done for the day, JRS. Good job. Yeah, 770. Good job. Yeah, ABTC is looking good, right? So I know. Rob got into this one at closer to $2, $1.90 there. So that's looking good. America's Bitcoin. America's Bitcoin. Ooh, look at that scalp, Sandra. Look at that scalp. Look at that scalp. Beautiful scalp. Sandra got in at 647 out at 773, right? I'm really proud of these criminals. No diamond hands, just straight technicals, Just amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Look at that. Amazing. Come on, guys. Come on. The way we're going, we're gonna have a community of criminals, and it's gonna be just give it another year. That's why we're not, we're leaving the goats for a second and the lifetime out for a second. Just wait. Just give it some time. You know. Then Discord. We won't stream on YouTube's anymore. We won't stream on YouTube's anymore, and and uh and just watch. I don't want to give too much away for the end goal, and no new members, nobody else. We don't want no new members. We don't want anybody else. You could go watch somebody else. Just wait. You see how good these criminals are? Yeah, pretty soon our members are gonna be, our secret weapon because of all the education. And then we're just all gonna chill in Discords all day, every day, and just cook with each other, No more. Just give it time. Just give it time, Just give it time. We have some things. We have some things we're working on. Let's go, Sandra. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Grim was on stream 2 weeks ago. He said he's working on some things and then he's gonna come back. Yeah. Also, yeah. So Grim has gone through yeah, a hard time there. We need to leave the stream soon before virus buys all the memberships. uh, it's already gone, Luna. It's gone. It was gone from last Friday. Friday was the last time to get a lifetime membership. On a discount. It's gone. It's gone, Luna. Let's go. Nightmare Clothing was waiting. Yes, please. That was way too quick. That was way too quick. And sold. Virus is a criminal. You can tell Virus is a true criminal, right? Yeah. Let's go. Finally, you can afford it. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the community. Nightmare Clothing. Welcome. Alrighty. Welcome. Click on this link at the bottom. What's your Discord username? Nightmare Clothing. What's your Discord name? And I think there was another member too, right? ID Secured, right? Secured and Nightmare Clothing. What are your Discord names? Let me know, please. And then click on this link at the bottom of the chat. Alrighty. Click that link at the bottom of the chat, and then let me know what your username is. Your username might match, so then it's easy for me to tell. But if it doesn't, then uh, okay. Congratulations. That was quick. No, mayhem. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You didn't advertise the lifetime when it was available. I did, but I also said I wasn't gonna spam it. I also said I wasn't gonna spam it. Like, yeah, I did. I did advertise it, guys. I did. I posted it, and then in the announcement channel, and then I mentioned it on the last day. I did advertise the lifetime membership. It was in Discord. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Oh, a question? No, mayhem. The answer is no. You tried to do it on Sunday? Ah, sorry, Frank. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Do, 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 do. Mm, yeah, that's okay. On your horrible timing? No, sticky. Fix your password. Fix your password. You be good later on. uh, I don't know how to send a super chat. If you click on the dollar sign in your live chat, it shows you. Yeah. No S class of virus. Oh, the virus is gonna get the S class. La, 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 la. Yeah, no, Ajaya, he's trying to upgrade. He's just having issues because he can't see the different levels don't show up when he tries to upgrade. What we can do, guys, is with the lifetime membership. With the lifetime membership, that's if you actually want it. That's if you actually want it, and then like if you actually want it and you've actually seen the price and it's something that you do want, we could do. So what I can do is, again, I'm not going to change. The goal is not going to change, right? My goal is to make sure that I have a conversation with everyone and like we're all on the same page, and then like I'm comfortable with that people can actually make monies, and then like if everybody's okay and I have a bit more time, then I can say, hey, okay, like there's another spot available, right? So we could do like a I don't know, what do you call those things, like a guest list, like like 1 2 3, like a spot open, 2 spots open. um yeah, we could do something like that. So like a wait list, yeah, like a lifetime wait list. So if that's something that you're interested in, yeah, like a wait list. Yeah. If that's something you're interested in, yeah, not a guest list, a wait list. Yeah. If that's something you're interested in, type yes in the chat. La, na, 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 na. So it looks like we're kind of just consolidating above $7 for now for PLRZ, which is good, which is very, very good. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. If you're interested in that, just send me a DM in Discord. Say something like waitlist or something. You know, say waitlist or something. Just so then I have that DM already. Yeah. So again, if that's something you're interested in the waitlist, yeah, just send me a DM. Just type waitlist and then let's go, Diddy. You should have saved that for the virus. Yeah, save it. Yeah. True. Frank, why? Frank is like, no. Virus, have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, we're gonna hop off in a minute or so. We're gonna hop off in a minute or so and then go back to Discord. So again, BQ and PLRZ look like the top two for now, right? Going into the afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on those. Secured vision. Okay, secured. Uh, click that link at the bottom of the chat. Click that link at the bottom of the chat already, and then yeah, Kyle is good to go. Kyle connected, so that's good. So again, Kyle, yeah, you're good to go. Clothing, click the link at the bottom of the chat. Secure, click the link at the bottom of the chat as well, please. Alrighty, because I don't see you guys, so you might have to send me a DM in Discord if it doesn't work before we leave the stream. So, alrighty. La 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 la. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. Once I can actually get comfortable that like with most of the people that I'm. Yeah. Wow. Peter. I Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Uh, let's go, Nancy. Welcome. Yeah, yeah. Can I start my membership Friday? It'll be gone for work today until Thursday, and yeah, night clothing. Yeah, sure, you can. You definitely can. And then just send me a DM or send me an email, or just let me know again on Friday. Alrighty, it's okay. Um, Again, it to me doesn't make a difference though. I would yeah, you can do Friday for sure. 650. Yeah, they slapped it there, KB. Slapped it. That pop was nice. It erased all of it though, back to the 200 and halted down. Yeah, it's because they know we're leaving the stream. They're like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming. Goodbye." Anyways, we're gonna leave it here for the day though, guys. Let me know if you have any last questions. 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna hop off. That's crazy. Don't get scammed in Discord, guys. Alrighty. So two random wannabe accounts have added me already. That's crazy. Keep an eye on. Yeah. So if you join Discord, guys, I'm not gonna send you a friend request. I don't do that, right? You can send me one if you want to, but I'm not gonna send you one. I'm also not gonna DM you asking for anything, right? So don't get scammed in Discord, please. Even if it looks like the same name, the same profile picture, everything, don't click on any links, especially when people are asking for crypto, right? So don't get scammed, please. Yeah, don't get scammed. Yeah, BQ is gone skis from the downside there. You almost need to break above $3 now, or a solid candle above like $1.95. Yeah. Let me take a look. La, la, la. Rob, that's different. That's different. Yes, I GM Rob all the time asking for stuff. I'm like, hey, Rob, I need this. Um, yeah, it's the volume is super low and it's already in the red zone here, so you need that dip, right? Rumteen, yeah, it's a hard level. Big Green Day, let's go. Well done, Cruz. I'll call you Cruz. Thanks for today's stream, Big Green Day. Love it. Well done. Congratulations. See, Elisa, that's what I mean, right? See, yeah. Raven, have a wonderful day. Uh, with you when you get to San Diego. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, safe travels, Raven. Alrighty, much love. See you later. Yeah, love it. Nah. Yeah, that's Rob's job. This job to block the scammers, Rob. Hint, hint. That's Rob's job to message Discord support. Yeah, so don't respond to don't click on any links in your DM. You know, especially when it's a link to a site, like if it, that's asking you for monies. Yeah. I knew that was coming. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, BQ is kind of stalling there, Chris. That was the problem, right? So break above 195 or simply just clear $3, right? Just too much stalling there. The YouTube flip, YouTube. Again, much love, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, Rum. I think I'm gonna do Gabrielle at least to Verge, and then maybe leave it, or maybe go Minty or something like that. But yeah, you thought it was me, Angel? No. He's using the same avatar. Yeah, I'm not sending you any DMs. I'm on stream. Like I respond to DMs, but only important DMs. I will not reach out to you saying, "Hey, welcome to the community," blah 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 blah. No, no. Uh, there's monies to be made, you know. BQ's done well though. Yeah, Yeah, they're definitely not in the server. I didn't, so like it's really weird how like the whole thing works. There has to be something fishy about it. Yeah, so again, like I said, guys, we have a whole bunch of people on the wait list now for the lifetime membership, and I think that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the wait list, and then we'll open up like a spot or two, like every few months or so. Once we do a whole bunch of classes and one-on-ones with the people that are in there already, and then we can focus on helping you, right? So there's no point just having a whole bunch of people there. So have work to do. On the replies, yeah, I think it's very crazy. I don't get how that whole thing works, but yeah, don't get it. PLRZ is on halted, guys. So if it closes below especially if it breaks below $6, it's done, right? Below $6, you have a problem. Yeah. Yeah, they're watching the stream. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's watching the stream. Okay. No, BQ, yeah, so $3 resistance on BQ. That tracks your Discord for fake London Academy. Literally the second I joined, yeah, see, like, yeah, I don't get how they can track when somebody joins the server though, because they're everywhere. They're not just they're in every server. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, actually, that's a good way, like to block outside DMs. Yeah, outside DMs. Like if you're not a member, if you don't have a role, no DMs. Yeah, that'd be good. Seriously, seriously, Floyd, it's just so stupid. Yeah, that is no, yeah, just block them. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. They're in every server, like every server. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, don't worry about it. Just ignore, or you just ignore them. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Alrighty, guys. Again, like we're gonna leave it here for the day, though. See you guys in Discord. Hopefully, we can keep making monies as the day progresses. Be safe. Those guys work hard. They put in a. That's why it works. Yeah, exactly, Ajoya. Yeah. Until they get the money. Yep, exactly. Alrighty, so PLRZ is holding that 200 EMA. So again, watch. Anything above $6 and holding, that would be good if it can stay above. Alrighty. So this is still definitely one of the stocks to watch, right? BQ and PLRZ still the top two names. Of course, ABTC and Bitcoin keeps cooking there, right? So there's some random names we can keep an eye on. FTRK looks okay too, pushing for brand new highs. So that doesn't look too bad. The problem is that supply zone, $55, 55 cents for your resistance already. So, but not bad. So again, those are the names we're going to be watching for now, at least until some other stuff shows up. Alrighty. So again, be safe. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and much love. Thank you guys for the support as always. Alrighty, see you guys in Discord. Alrighty, bye everybody. Bye guys.